Sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered at Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Looking for comfort and convenience in Riverton? Discover the Hampton Inn & Suites, where your perfect stay awaits. Enjoy cozy rooms, a sparkling indoor pool, and a delicious hot breakfast every morning. With free Wi-Fi and friendly service, it's everything you need for a relaxing stay. The Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to support Riverton's athletics program and be part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. Wishing all student athletes the best this coming season and looking forward to celebrating your success. So whether you're in town for business or cheering on your favorite team, make Hampton Inn & Suites your home away from home.
At Wind River Physical Therapy, we believe your recovery is unique. Our highly trained therapists create personalized treatment plans working one-on-one to help you heal. Whether you're recovering from surgery, managing back pain, or need balance training, we're committed to your journey back to an active lifestyle. Experience the difference of individualized care at windrivertherapy.com.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. We have garage doors, front doors, storm doors, screen doors, glass doors, sliding doors, shower doors, French doors, wood doors, metal doors for your business or home. And the finest brands of windows and service you come to know. We have the right door for your loading dock. We sell the best hardware, handles, and locks. Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. Overhead door.
Goddard Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport, on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies, one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County, one project at a time.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com.
Since 1995, Legacy Accounting Group has been proud to serve residents of Fremont County and clients across the country with world-class accounting services. Whether you're an individual who needs help filing your tax return or a business that needs full accounting services, we're here to help, offering tax management, accounting services, retirement planning, estate and trust planning, and more. Contact Legacy Accounting Group at rivertoncpa.com or call 307-856-4816. Legacy Accounting Group.
At Fremont Motor Companies, Wyoming isn't just
Wolverine basketball on County10.com is made possible by Wyoming.com, Health Source Chiropractic, Gales Carpet One, and Altitude Interiors, Wyoming Catholic College, Fremont County Prevention, Overhead Door Company, Northside Auto Body, Hampton Inn & Suites, Red & Kane & Associates, Porter's Supply Company, State Farm Insurance Agent Tyler Watson, Riverton Remax All-Star Realtors, Sutherland's, Baldwin Creek Rental Center, Bailey's Tire Pros, Haskell Furniture and Flooring, Elevate Rehab, Fremont Chevrolet, Maven, Goddard Construction, Central Bank and Trust, and by Myers Gambles. If you or your business would like to support radio and video coverage of Riverton basketball, email sports@county10.com.
It's time for Riverton Lady Wolverine basketball. To get us ready for tip-off, let's go courtside with the voice of the Lady Wolverines, Jerrad Anderson.
And a very good Thursday evening to you. Welcome back inside of Wolverine Gym. I'm Jerrad Anderson, joined alongside Jason Peterson to bring you Riverton basketball in a doubleheader here once again in the friendly surroundings of Wolverine Gym. This is just the third homestand of the season for the Wolverine girls and boys. They'll be back here on Saturday. They'll be back here next Thursday. In fact, 4 out of the next 5 games will be right here at Wolverine Gym. So an opportunity to pick up some conference wins at home. We've got a non-quad 4A West conference matchup today with the Riverton girls, who are 4-14 overall, taking on the Rock Springs Lady Tigers, who are 5-13 overall. You'll remember, perhaps, back on January 17th, a game that went down to the wire. Rock Springs got the better of Riverton in that one, 48-47. So Riverton girls with a little bit of redemption on their mind. If you'll remember back even further than that, at Regionals 2025 or 26, in March of this year, Regionals at Rock Springs, that was the team Riverton girls beat on a Taylor-Leesburg buzzer beater. So Rock Springs had a bad taste in their mouth from that one. They came back fired up to beat Riverton in Game 1 of their season, and the rematch here at Wolverine Gym just a few minutes away. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, made possible by Porter's Supply Company in Riverton at the corner of North Federal and Sunset. They're your home for stoves, for spas, for pellets, and much, much more, thanks to our friends at Porter's, making Wolverine basketball possible. Caught up with Mike Bosner, the head coach of the Lady Wolverines, in his 3rd year with the program, and we'll play that interview for you in just a couple of minutes. Riverton coming off of a tough loss at Kelly Walsh, but they would knock off Natrona County when they were here a week ago at Wolverine Gym. Meanwhile, Rock Springs fell to Jackson last, 35-37. You probably know by now, but that's a Jackson team that's been struggling. The only Wyoming team that they had beaten in the last 90 games was Riverton twice, and now Rock Springs falling to those Jackson ladies, so some improvement there for the Bronx. They would lose to Star Valley last Thursday too, so Rock Springs girls nor the Riverton girls where they want to be exactly, but an opportunity to turn the page and get a victory here for both of these teams this evening. The Porter's Tailgate Show continues on here in just a couple of minutes. You can watch with us on the County 10 YouTube channel. You can listen on 105.1 Jack FM. We're back with Coach Bosner right after this timeout.
Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County one project at a time.
Discover personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
The Porter's Tailgate Show continues now on 105.1 Jack FM and County10.com.
Back inside Wolverine Gym, getting set for a doubleheader of basketball. Riverton and Rock Springs coming your way in just a couple of moments. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show. Thanks again to Porter Supply Company in Riverton. Just a little bit ago, I was able to catch up with the third-year head coach of the Lady Wolverines, Mike Bosner. We chatted off mic a little bit. He was frustrated with the loss at Kelly Walsh for several reasons, but excited that his team got the better in Natrona a week ago and feels like they're headed in the right direction with an opportunity to win tonight against a Rock Springs team that beat them by 1 in Sweetwater County about a month ago. Here's how my conversation with Coach Bosner would go. Coach Bose, all right, we'll back up to last week. Casper Schools, tough, really close competitive loss to Kelly Walsh. Got the better in Natrona, felt really good about that win. Have you seen improvement out of your team? How do you think last week went overall?
Well, I think it's called coming home, right? Coming home and playing in Natrona the way we did, I knew we had that kind of ability, right? You and I had many conversations. When are these girls going to show up? When are they going to finally, let loose and come and play? And man, they did. They got after Kelly at Natrona and really got after them. Played probably the best basketball game next to the UNA school that we played down there at Rock Springs, right? I thought they played really well. When it comes to Kelly, we came out in a pretty positive attitude. I mean, we got after them right away. The press was working. We were stealing the ball. But unfortunately, we turned the ball over in some crucial times there in the last 3 minutes of that game when it was tied. And there was an opportunity to win that game, dang it. And we knew, I knew going into it was going to be a barn burner anyway, right? Because Kelly, they're okay. But they're not great, but it's hard to beat them on their floor.
You get a Rock Springs team that I think a lot of people may have looked at that game in Sweetwater County and said, man, you had a chance. That happens in a one-point game for both teams, no matter what's going on. But is redemption on your mind at all? Is this a team that you feel like you can beat if all goes well tonight?
Yeah, I think redemption's on the mind of my girls, right? They were so disappointed in the way they played and the way we let Rock Springs pretty much control the whole game, right? I don't think you'll see that tonight. These girls are coming to play. They understand what level they have to play at now. They know that we've got the next, the next 5 games at home. And we got to have everyone that we can get. And so this is a game that we're going to come after, and they're going to play hard. We're ready for it. We had a good week of practice, so I think we'll be good.
Everybody knows home court advantage is a thing. Is it because you're doing your normal routine, sleeping in your own bed? Is it, do the fans make a difference when you get here to the gym? Do they have an impact on the game?
I don't know. I think the fans definitely have an impact. I think everybody who gets a group of fans that come and show up and are screaming and hollering and showing excitement for the girls. But I think for these guys, it's just coming home, right? It's just playing on our floor. It's no more bus rides. We still got to go to Star Valley, right? That's still a heck of a bus ride. But the first 17 games on the road is just hard on them. Girls don't react like boys, right? Boys, they can blow it off. Girls, they don't blow it off too good. It really sits on them, and it mentally plays a big toll on them. And those, but you look at how many games we lost by 5 points or less. We lost quite a few games like that. We were right there and should have won them. And if we'd have been home, it'd have been a whole different story, right? But they'll play good tonight.
You had a cold last week. Are you feeling better, and how are your girls?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Boy, I'll tell you, that Natrona game, I missed practice the day before because my throat was so sore and I was so sick. But, I'm a heck of a lot better. Leesburg, she was out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, Monday, Tuesday, and then she came back to practice on Wednesday, and she's doing a little bit better. And then Kimber Mathil, she was out for a day, and so it's kind of bit us a little bit this week, but I think everybody's prepped and ready to go.
All right, best of luck, Coach. Appreciate your time as always.
You betcha. Thank you.
Star Spangled Banner played by the Riverton High School Marching Band as we welcome you back here to Wolverine Gym. Thanks to Coach Bose for joining us on the Porter's Tailgate Show. And it has certainly been a roller coaster season of sorts for the Riverton ladies. They've had it's sort of a one step forward, two step backward kind of thing that's been going on. They've got some solid wins this season, but unfortunately not a ton at this point, but hoping to pick up a win against Rock Springs here today. Again, Rock Springs with 5 wins on the season, Riverton with 4 wins on the season, and this is a game that could frankly impact regional seeding here in a little bit, despite this not being a quad game. We'll get into more of that as the season goes on. Starting lineups being introduced as it looks like we're going to get this one going just a skosh early. Rock Springs under Mike Swenson in his second year. He came on in the state tournament with this team 3 seasons ago now in relief to Ramiro Candelaria, and now he enters his second full season with the program. They start like this. Number 21 is Sheely Zancanella. Zancanella is sophomore. She had 24 against Riverton last time. Zancanella averaging 8.5 a game. Isabella Bear is number 22, sophomore, 2 points a game. Isabella Gibbons is number 24, averaging 2.2 points per game. Number 34 is Allison Condi. She's a sophomore, 4 points and 5 rebounds a game. And 43 is Hannah Millimon, a freshman, 8.8 points per game, 6 rebounds per game as we fan away the fog machine for these Lady Wolverines. They're 4-14 overall. Mike Bosner's in his third year with the program. They start like this. Number 2 is Carson Vosica, a sophomore. She's averaging 12.2 per game. Number 11, Taylor Leesburg. Leesburg, a senior, 7.6 points per game, 6 assists per game. She leads the 4A West in assists. Number 21, Tatum Tyra. Tyra, a senior, as the ball's in the air, and Tyra is the winner of it. She averages 4.5 points a game, 5 rebounds a game, and 2 blocks per game, crashing right to the bucket. Timbri Mathil, who's bumped and fouled by Bear right off the bat, so Timbri's going to get shots. Mathil, a senior. Number 23, she averages 6 points per game. She's the team's leader in steals with 2.7 per game. And Lexi Taylor, the other starter, number 22. She's a senior, 4.7 points per game. Timbri's first shot is off to the left, no good, as we're 4 seconds old here from Riverton High School. Again, Jerrad Anderson here, Jason Peterson to my left. Timbri's second shot is good, and Riverton's on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard first. Full court pressure on here by the Lady Wolverines. 2-2-1 trap at midcourt. Mathil rips it away and is going to cause a tie-up. Aspen Soltis got a hand back on the basketball, but it is going to change the arrow, even though it says Tiger basketball first. Millimon sends it left side outside to Bear. She puts it up. That's no good. Follow in the paint is up and in from Allison Condi. First field goal, first points of the game for Rock Springs belong to a sophomore, and it's 2-1 Rock Springs. We've got our first lead change here early on, first minute of play on your Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Long 2, left corner is missed over the basket by Timbri Mathil. A rebound out by Rock Springs. Tigers on the move. Bear holds left side outside as Riverton tried to get in there 1-3-1, but Bear lost the handle. Good defensive pressure by Timbri, and it's out of bounds to the Wolverines right in front of their own bench. Leesburg sends it left side behind the arc to Mathil. Now Taylor back to Taylin. She tries a 3, right wing, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound. Tatum Tyra went up strong, couldn't get it, but she draws the contact, and Tatum will step to the stripe. Aspen Soltis picking up her first personal. Tatum Tyra to shoot 2 times. First one front rim, no good. Second attempt here for the Wolverines senior. All seniors except Vosica in the Wolverines starting lineup. Second free throw is good. We're tied at 2s. Pressure on by the Wolverine defenders. Rock Springs still navigating in backcourt. Now bounce pass taken away by Leesburg. She'll bounce pass it ahead to Vosika. Carson may have traveled with it. No call. Riverton pulls it out. Set up the offense. All 10 back on this half-court side. Leesburg thought about a three. Didn't pull the trigger. Tyra has it ripped out of her hands by Soltis. Arrow will keep it Riverton's. 6:26 to go, first quarter, 2-2 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Inbound comes to Leesburg, now high post Vosika, and up top to Timbry. Right side behind the arc. Tyra holds, lob to the paint is over the head of Carson Vosika, out of bounds. I've been trying to figure out the student themes all day. A lot of the high school crew looked like hip-hop dancers. There were some gold chains. There were some baggy clothes and backwards hats. Now there's a bunch of even younger kids all in neon colors. Not sure. I know my elementary kids had pajama day today, but looks like each school has their own theme. Ball out of bounds to the Wolverines in the Rock Springs half-court set. Riverton basketball, 2-2, 5:48 to go, first quarter. Tyra had it, poked out of her hands, down on the low block by Condi, and it'll stay RHS basketball. Inbound to Taylin, right side behind the arc. She's in a double team, pivoting around, needs some help, trying to find Vosika down low, and she does along the baseline. Right back to Taylin, now they'll fan out. Leesburg from the Wolverine paw, a little jab step, go to the high post to Vosika. Now underneath, Lexi Taylor draws the contact. So good ball movement from these Lady Wolverines here early on, looking for a shot and drawing some fouls. That'll be the third Rock Springs team foul. Allison Condi picks up her first. Lexi's first free throw, no good. So Riverton struggling a bit here at the charity stripe early on. 2 of 5. See if they can get back to 50%. And they cannot. That one's off to the left side too, but Riverton's going to get the ball back. Rock Springs couldn't corral the rebound. Out of bounds off of Allison Condi last. It stays Wolverines' direction here. We remain tied at 2. Taylor, lob to Tyra. Back to Lexi in the corner. She lets a three go. That misses everything, no good. Long rebound out of bounds to Rock Springs High School. We've mentioned this a few times the last couple of years, but Mike Swenson, a longtime Rock Springs assistant, taking over when the Tigers qualified for the state tournament 2 seasons ago. There was a little bit of drama, to say the least, with Ramiro Candelaria, who had been at the helm for 7 or 8 years. I don't have that officially in front of me, but he had quite a long tenure with Rock Springs. 3 is missed, no good by Zancanella, and rebound comes to Leesburg. They qualified for the state tournament. He stepped down before the team went to state, so Swenson entered and took over the head coaching duties as the team went to Casper. Got a foul on the ground against Rock Springs. That's their 4th team foul, still with 4:40 to go first quarter. So Riverton just may shoot a lot of free throws this quarter. That one's the first on Millimon. 4 fouls, all on different players for Rock Springs. Coach Swenson has now had 2 full seasons with Rock Springs. Had 3 wins his first year. They are at 5, so a measured improvement so far this season. Aspen Gordon is checked in for the Lady Wolverine. She's got it down low, backing in, double teamed, kick it up top to Leesburg. Now right side to Tyra, just inside of the arc. She loses the handle. Actually, it's stripped out of bounds by Zancanella and out on the Rock Springs sophomore last. Up top, Taylin holds the basketball. Rock Springs in a 2-3 zone, by the way, if I haven't mentioned that. Gordon, right side, just inside of the arc. Hand it back behind the arc to Tyra. Now circling around up top is Leesburg. Waves her hand for Vosika to come get it. And Leesburg cuts through the paint, goes to the right wing. Tatum Tyra holds the basketball. Defender stuck all over her the entire way. That's Millimon, just a freshman. She does not play like a freshman. Leading Rock Springs in points. Ball stripped away, taken away by Zancanella. Rock Springs has no seniors. Meanwhile, Riverton has 5 seniors. The majority of their regular players in their final season. Banking it in deep and getting it in there is Allison Condi. She's got all 4 points for Rock Springs. And it's 4-2 Tigers. Their second field goal, I should say, with Condi getting both of them. And Riverton lobs this over the head of Aspen Gordon. Nobody could have reached that one, and it's out of bounds to Rock Springs. Coach Bosner frustrated early on. He wants a timeout. 3:13 to go first quarter. It is Rock Springs 4, Riverton 2 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Gives us a chance to say thank you to Wyoming.com, a local company supporting Riverton High School sports. Wyoming.com has some great phone and internet options. You can check out all the services they have available now on their website, which conveniently is Wyoming.com. Both teams back out on the floor after the quick 30-second timeout. Tiger basketball linked to the floor to go. Riverton not going to put their full court pressure on this time. They'll just await in what looks like a 2-3 zone now. May have switched that up from a 1-3-1 during that 30-second timeout. And Rock Springs sends a pass into the Riverton cheerleaders. Ball out of bounds to RHS. Rock Springs maintains that 2-2-1 pressure all over the court. Vosika runs to the corner but gets it ahead wisely to Mathill before she's trapped. Now Leesburg open, 3 at the top, in and out, no good. Tyra offensive rebound, put back try, that's no good. Soltis has the rebound. She's bumped and fouled by Aspen Gordon. First foul on the Wolverines. Coming at the 2:44 mark of the first quarter. Aspen Gordon guilty as charged. Riverton without a field goal here early on. They're 2 of 6 at the free throw line. Tyra's got 1 and Mathill's got 1. Rock Springs holds at the top. A couple of new players on here for the Tigers. We'll get to those, but Mathill steps in front of a pass and takes it away. Now leaves it for Leesburg, and Taylin works it up the floor. Mathill goes high post to Tyra, right back to Timbry. Left side to Leesburg, and they go all the way around the perimeter to Gordon. Taylin back to Mathill. Riverton moving the basketball nicely, just haven't created any good shots until now. Taylin Leesburg for 3 from the right wing. She's got it. First field goal of the game is Taylin's, and Riverton takes the lead back. Timeout, Coach Swenson. 1:46 remaining first quarter, and Riverton now in front, 5-4 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Both coaches taking a 30-second timeout here early on. Leesburg with 3, Tyra and Mathill with 1. Meanwhile, Allison Condi has all 4 for Rock Springs. If you remember back to that January game, it was the Sheely Zancanella show. She scored 24 points in the 48-47 Rock Springs 1-point win. In the boys' game when we were at Rock Springs, the Tigers won 51-50. And I've been trying to think if I remember a doubleheader we've done where both scorers were a 1-point loss, and I don't recall that ever happening, at least during my short time back as the play-by-play guy. There's a double dribble moving to the corner was a Rock Springs Tiger. That was Zancanella, the aforementioned Sheely Zancanella, who got double teams. There's a travel as Riverton's going to send it right back. Lexi Taylor did a full spin without dribbling the basketball. She ran into a coffin corner trap, executed nicely by the Rock Springs defenders. 5-4 Wolverines. Matching turnovers, send it back. Briley Webb, one of those new subs in the game for Rock Springs. She moves down the lane on the right side, draws the foul, and Briley is going to go to the free throw line. Lexi Taylor's first, second Wolverine team foul. Berkeley Garner is also in for Rock Springs. As you look at the stats for these Lady Tigers, they have played a lot of different players at the varsity level, and I guess it's a good thing that you have so much depth where you're bringing up JV kids, but there are very few kids, at least off the bench, that have played in every game this season. You're seeing them filter in different players at different times. Got a lot of kids off the bench averaging 1.2 points a game. Second free throw was good by Webb. She hits 1 of 2, and Riverton throws the inbound pass directly out of bounds. Rock Springs gets it back. In their front court, Garner sends it in. Millimon back to Garner, holding around the perimeter, knocked out of bounds by Vosika. Big wingspan from the Riverton sophomore. A lot of promising young talent on the floor right now, including Riverton's sophomore. Rock Springs led point-wise by a freshman. Their second leading scorer is a sophomore. Aspen Gordon muscles the basketball right out of the hands of her opponent, Leesburg. Controls up top, now finds Vosika, put it on the floor one time. Riverton works it all the way around the perimeter. Leesburg controls the dribble with the right hand. High post to Vosika, inside out. They go back to Gordon on the right side. Aspen dishes up top to Leesburg. Now Tyra, lob for Vosika. Turn around, can't get it to go, but a push foul. The official down low says not on the shot. However, that is the 5th team foul. So we'll shoot 2 times anyway. Briley Webb picking up her first foul as Carson goes to the line to shoot 2. Got a home game against Green River on Saturday next week. They're back at home on Thursday versus Jackson. First free throw too strong from Carson. They go to Afton Saturday after that. Then the final Thursday of the month, I don't have that date in front of me, but the final Thursday of the month, they host Evanston for senior night. And then it'll be off to Evanston for regionals this year. Vosika's free throw number 2 is good. Carson's first point gives Riverton a 6-5 lead. Just 24 seconds left first quarter. So Evanston regionals, and then hopefully a trip to the state tournament in Casper the week after that. But really down to the final 5 weeks of the season, Rock Springs is going to draw some free throws. And this is Webb again, Briley Webb doing some work down low. Got Tyra to bite that time and foul. Webb's first, too strong, no good. Falls off to the right side. Her second, also too strong. Stepped over the line anyway. Either way you slice it, no good. Riverton ball, 13 seconds to go first quarter. Length of the floor to bring it. Rock Springs has full court pressure on. Vosika holds in backcourt. Now Gordon. See if Riverton can work it across. Gordon is out of bounds right in front of her bench. Only used 5 seconds too, so Rock Springs in their front court with 8 seconds. Down by a point, trying to get out of the first quarter with the lead. At the top, Condi for 3 at the buzzer, no good. And we've reached the end of one. It's Wolverines 6, Tigers 5. Back in a minute with the second quarter on the County 10 Sports Network.
Fremont Motor Companies, Wyoming isn't just where we operate. It's where we belong. For over 85 years, we've stood alongside our community through life's big moments, from turning the key to turning the page in every journey that follows. Here, customers become neighbors, and neighbors become family. Visit us today at Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton or online at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com. We are Wyoming. Together, let's drive.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoors.
School Wrestling. We are County10.com.
Riverton Wrestlers taking on Lander at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse tonight. Best of luck to the Wolverines. Boys swimmers also facing Lander in the pool. The last chance meet going on just a few feet away from us. We'll talk more about your Wolverine weekend as we move on. Starting the second quarter here, girls basketball. Riverton ladies in front of Rock Springs 6-5. Tiger basketball here as we start quarter number 2. I'm Jerrad Anderson, Jason Peterson with us. And there's a shot to the face on Carson Vosica. Her first foul. Aspen Soltis will go to the line. In that first quarter, Allison Condi hit 2 field goals for Rock Springs for her 4 points. And the only other point so far is a Briley Webb free throw. First for Soltis is no good. Riverton just 2 for 8 at the free throw line in the first quarter. They have 3 for 8, I should say, beg your pardon. Second one for Soltis is good, and we're tied 6-6. So 3 different girls have a free throw. Vosica, Tyra, and Mathilde. Taylin Leesburg has a 3. That's how we got to 6. 2-pointer fading away off balance by Taylor, no good. But Tyra, the offensive rebound, she's fouled on the way up. So Riverton going to get their 9th and 10th free shots of the game here. And 3 of 8 in the first quarter. Tatum spins it. Lets the first one go, and it's good. Riverton senior knocks the second one in. They're heating up at the line now, 50%. Rock Springs handles the Riverton pressure much nicer this time, but an over and back violation. It goes right through the hands of Aspen Soltis. Could not handle it and into the backcourt. Touched it over the line, and it's Riverton basketball. Vosica, Leesburg, Taylor, Mathil, and Tyra, the Riverton starting 5, starting the second quarter as well. Taylor at the top, now hands off to Vosica. Vosica attacks to the free throw line, dish off to Leesburg. Taylor, left-hand dribble down the lane, leaves it for Tyra. She can't hit from the right side from 8 feet. A rebound tracked down by Rock Springs. That was Sheely Zancanella there to take it away. Zancanella up ahead to Condi. Condi on the run off glass. Got it to go. That's Millimon, I beg your pardon. Hannah Millimon, not Condi. And that's the first field goal for anybody not named Allison Condi on Rock Springs. Hannah Millimon, the freshman. Leesburg shot hard off the backboard, no good. Mathil battling for the rebound, taken out of her hands, though. Soltis is going to end up with it. Good fight down there for Sheely Zancanella to give her a pat on the back for the wrestling match. Low post, Condi, turnaround 2, no good. Rebound goes all the way out of bounds. Was touched by Millimon. She tried to save it along the baseline, but in too deep. Aspen Gordon back on for the Wolverines. Katie Moore and Isabella Gibbons out there for Rock Springs. Gibbons comes back, Moore on for the first time. Not calling her a moron, I'm saying Moore is on. Give and go underneath. Leesburg is there. That's Mathill is there. Up and in. Timbry, Mathill. I'll get everybody sorted out eventually. Timbry hits the Wolverine bucket. She's got 3. Circling around up top with it is Millimon. Millimon hands off to Garner. Garner leaves it for Jalen Agadoo, who also checked in a moment ago. Agadoo to Millimon from the angle. That shot no good. Right side went far and rebounded off the left side by Vosika. 2-point Riverton girls lead. 5:15 to go, second quarter. It's 10-8 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Entry pass to the paint, stolen by Millimon. Hannah in transition against 2 defenders. She's fouled.
Riverton foul, 21, Tyra, second.
Tatum Tyra's second. Hannah Millimon, the Rock Springs freshman, is their leading scorer this season with 8.8 per game. First one is good. Adri Van Vliet on for Riverton. Second one is good. She hit the first one or miss it? She missed it? Okay. Now they've got it on the scoreboard that both were good. 10-10, it says on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. So Hannah Millimon now with 4, and Riverton draws a foul on the other side. Ball out of bounds. Foul was on Garner. Riverton surveys the floor. Rock Springs still in a 2-3. Thought they may have switched to a man, but now they settle back in a 2-3. Speaking of threes, there's Lexi Taylor from the right wing knocking it in. Riverton's second triple of the game. Lexi's first points. She is the 5th Wolverine to score. Riverton leads 13-10. 4:25 remaining second quarter. Agadoo back off the dribble, way at the top. Now she's in the midcourt center area before she bounce passes it to Garner. Berkeley works all the way to the baseline, dishes out to Millimon. Hannah runs to the free throw line, keeps her feet going, not dribbling, and travels. Thanks to our YouTube audience. Feel free to interact with us anytime on the chat box there to the right side. We'd love your feedback. You can just shout out who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. We always appreciate that. Good ball movement on the right side. They'll leave it for Vosika underneath, and Carson puts it off the glass and in for 2. 15-10, Wolverines with the advantage. Past the halfway point in the second quarter. Almost an errant pass, gets through to Agadoo. She puts up a solid shot despite the bad pass. Can't get it to go, though. Left it a little bit short and rebounded out by Tatum Tyra. Tatum doing a nice job on the glass here. Both sides early on. Van Vliet, right side outside to Mathill. Now Leesburg, she'll let a long 3 go and bury it. Riverton heating up. Second three-pointer for Taylin. She's got 6. And the Wolverine lead grows to 8. 3:13 remaining second quarter. Agadoo high post. Trying to find a teammate. Bounce passes it to Vosika instead. And here come the Wolverine attack again on an 8-0 run right now. Bounce pass in traffic intended for Tyra. It got through to a Rock Springs player instead and then almost ripped away by Mathill. Held ball ultimately. And it's Riverton's on the possession arrow. Mathill did trigger it in, under into the right. Timbri does so to Vosika. A little bit of contact. Vosika can't get it to go. Tyra, the follow. That's no good. Out of bounds out for Rock Springs. So Riverton will get another look at this. Couldn't hit either shot in deep. Webb back on for Rock Springs. Briley has a point so far. 1-2 at the line. Lob up top to Van Vliet. Adrie goes right side outside to Leesburg. Now to a cutting Mathil. Pass was behind her. She can't handle it, and it's taken away by Webb. Soltis tried to find Zancanella down the court. Throws it a couple of feet away from her, and it's out of bounds back to the Wolverines. Gordon and Taylor back on for RHS. Riverton students slowly but surely filing in. Riverton will be charged with a double dribble in backcourt. .235 remaining second quarter. Riverton girls up 18-10 on Rock Springs. On an 8-0 run right now. Traveling violation on Katie Moore. She was posting up. Moved both feet as she tried to make a move toward the basket. Foul in backcourt on Zancanella.
Rock Springs foul, 21, Zancanella. Second.
That's number 2 on Sheely and the third team foul on Rock Springs. Well, Zancanella scoreless so far in this one. She had 24 on January 17th. That was when Riverton was at Rock Springs High School. Here's Taylor, top of the key three, no good. Punched out of bounds by Condi. Rock Springs making moves down low. They're just unable to handle the basketball and have lost a lot of would-be rebounds down there along the baseline. Vosika off of the inbound, 2 right side. That's no good. And Condi's got this rebound. So Riverton's still on an 8-0 run, but we've cooled down a little bit here as they have come up empty on the last couple of possessions. Soltis backs off the dribble, inside of 2 to go in the first half. Now wide open 3. Garner tries it, front of the rim, no good, and it's hauled down by Tatum Tyra. Leesburg gallops up the floor, goes to the right block to Vosika. 2, that's off the mark. Not gonna drop in there, and Briley Webb has it for Rock Springs. Coach Bosner, Coach Swenson, both frantically pacing their sidelines. Frustrated shots aren't falling the last few trips. Loose ball gathered in by Allison Condi. Rock Springs attacks underneath Webb in deep. Can't get the layup to go. Held ball rebound. Vosika got a hand on it with Webb. And it's Rock Springs on the arrow. Timbri's going to come back on, and so is Adrian. Good news on the Riverton bench. Cairo Shelsta back after sustaining a concussion at Evanston a few days ago. She played in the JV game before this. Riverton girls lost in the JV game. Riverton boys won big in their JV contest. Rock Springs going to get a couple of free throws as Aspen Soltis gets decked to the floor. Lexi Taylor's second personal. Third team foul on the Wolverines. First one from Aspen is good. First point of the game from Soltis. Averages 4 per game this season. Can't hit the second one. Good block out down low by Tyra. Van Vliet, the outlet pass, and now to Leesburg as she jogs it across the timeline. Taylor right down the lane into a double team, is stripped of it and taken away by Webb. And Timbri Mathil rung up with a foul in backcourt, I think. No, it's going to go the other way. That's going to be against Rock Springs. That's on Millimon, Hannah Millimon. They got tangled up. Rock Springs had possession, but Millimon called for the foul. Isabella Gibbons comes off. Millimon gives a big shrug like she didn't know what she did to the Tiger bench, but charged with the 4th foul. 53 seconds to go, second quarter. Riverton ball. Van Vliet in the paint, contested 2. That's no good. Off the backboard, saved along the baseline, but gathered in by Garner. And here comes Rock Springs as we close in on 40 seconds remaining, second quarter. Riverton up 18-11 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. New into the game, Isabella Gibbons off of the bench. She is tangled up with Aspen Gordon getting on the floor. Arrow is Riverton's. Van Vliet's looking for Timbry. It's slapped out of bounds by Soltis. Vosika's going to come back on for Riverton. And Van Vliet's out. Carson will be the inbounder right away. Riverton will stack up 3, send Leesburg to the top. Tip play, Tyra tried to tip it to Mathil, but it's stolen away. Aspen Soltis has it for Rock Springs. She runs into a trap in backcourt. 13 seconds to go. Rock Springs hustles it across the midcourt stripe. In the corner, 3 by Gibbons, no good. Off the backboard, 4 seconds to go. Rock Springs going to get a second chance. Webb will try a 3 from the left wing. That's no good. Both teams really cooling off there late in the second quarter and field goal percentage. But at halftime, Riverton has built an 18-11 point lead. They went on an 8-0 run. We were tied in 10s. 8-0 run answered by a free throw, but no field goals in the last about 4 minutes of the second quarter by Rock Springs. They lead by 7. Riverton does at halftime, 18-11. The Wyoming Department of Transportation's Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show is on the way in just a couple of minutes. Hang tight for that. You are listening to the Wolverines on 105.1 Jack FM, watching with us on the County 10 YouTube channel.
To Hampton Inn & Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Welcome to Haskell Furniture and Flooring in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more. Haskell Furniture and Flooring. Best prices, better service.
Hey, Fremont County, listen up! This is your game changer, Health Source of Riverton with Dr. Jonathan Fabian, the only certified chiropractic sports physician in the area. For a limited time, student athletes get a $10 new patient special. That includes a full initial evaluation, needed x-rays, and a doctor-prescribed pain relief session. Just mention this ad when you call. Stay in the game with expert care from Health Source of Riverton. Call 463-2770 and tell them you heard about the $10 student athlete special.
I'm John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, John Shade, with Edward Jones, is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers and University of Wyoming on this station, 1330 KOVE. Call me today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. Back to the gym. Here's Jerrad Anderson.
Riverton ladies with an 18-11 points advantage here at halftime. This is the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show presented by the Wyoming Department of Transportation. YDOT reminds you to wear your seatbelt every trip, every time. If you're watching along on the YouTube channel, you can soak in some Riverton youth basketball. Our recreation kids out there here at halftime putting on a great showing. Just saw Brandon Lenhart soar to the bucket and get an easy layup, making a nice play with the basketball. So good to see these RREC kids getting an opportunity here in front of Wolverine fans to play on this gym and continue to build the program through basketball is a good thing. RREC doing a great job all around with everything they do. Let's take a look here at first half scoring numbers. We'll start for Rock Springs in their first half. 11 points, have 4 points for Allison Condi, 4 points for Hannah Millimon, 2 for Aspen Soltis. Briley Webb has a free throw. Riverton is led by Taylor Leesburg. The senior has 2 3-pointers for a total of 6 points. Tatum Tyra's got 3, all at the free throw line. 3 points there. Timbri Mathil also has 3. She has a free throw and a bucket. Lexi Taylor has 3 points on a 3-pointer. So get a lot of 3-point performances. Vosika with 3 points, Tyra with 3 points, Taylor with 3 points, Mathil with 3 points, Leesburg with 6. You're in the 18-11 point game. It was 6-5 Riverton at the end of the first quarter. Jason Peterson is our fantastic camera operator. Jason, good to be back with you. It's good to be back at home. How's everything in your world?
Everything's going fine. Again, I'm doing double duty here, but that's okay. But
well, I appreciate you, but it's good to get on the screen. Some of these Riverton youngsters, they look pretty good out there.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. I mean, moving it up and down the floor and getting some shots in, and there's a nice little one. that was a good shot. But I mean, as far as the game at halftime, I mean, the Wolverines are coming out playing really good and playing really good basketball this first half. So I think the second half's going to be even better.
We'll see if Brandon Lenhart can dunk here. He got a scooping layup that went in and out, no good. Got Riverton girls here specifically. They beat Natrona on this gym a week ago. Looked pretty good in a physical slugfest. Natrona's a team that is down. They haven't won a lot of games, but that's a nice win to beat a Casper school for Riverton. They go to Kelly Walsh. Jason, you were there, and it was a hard-fought loss. They had an opportunity late in the ball game. I know some things didn't go their way late. Came up a little bit short. Another one of those single-digit losses. Do you get the sense that these Riverton girls are improving through the season and have an opportunity at some more wins here?
I mean, I see an improvement every week, Jerrad. I mean, they just come out and do more and more every week and get better and better. And, I mean, like we said earlier in the broadcast, I've never seen this since I've been doing this that, we've had 2 games back-to-back that actually they lost between 1 point. So, I mean, they're coming out and, they're doing better and better every week. So, Coach Bosner said it in his pregame, during his pregame message, coming out, playing hard, and like Coach Bosner said, we're home. We're in the front of the home crowd now. So I think that helps out a little bit too, being in front of the home fans. So I think they're doing good.
Definitely. Riverton boys will be up here in just a little bit. They lost a tough one to Rock Springs 51-50 when we were down there on January 17th. Riverton boys, unfortunately, have lost 4 games in a row. That first time against Rock Springs was such a tight game, a tough contest. What do you expect in the boys game here tonight?
I think the boys are going to come out and play hard too. I mean, like I just said before, they're home. They're in front of the home crowd, home stands. So I think they're going to come out and play hard too. And I think it's going to be a physical game, probably most of the way throughout the game. But I think they're going to come out and play hard.
Definitely. I hope you are right. Riverton girls off to a good start leading here 18-11. Again, we are at the half, presented by the Wyoming Department of Transportation. Their message is simple: buckle up every trip, every time. Seatbelts save lives. Taking a look at your Wolverine weekend, and it's a busy one tonight. Riverton wrestlers are engaged in a duel with Lander right now at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. And you got the Riverton Wrestling postseason right around the corner. They'll be hosting the 4A West Boys Regional Tournament at this gym here the next weekend, not this upcoming weekend, but the next weekend, Friday and Saturday. And then they go to, the girls will go to Powell for the 4A West Regionals before going to the state championships. Last week, the Riverton wrestlers lost in a duel against Cody. The boys lost 55-23. The Riverton girls fell 12-5 in that duel. So good luck to Coach Tillman and the Riverton wrestlers tonight and going forward. Boys swimmers are right across the way at the Riverton Aquatic Center right now. They're hosting Lander in a duel of sorts there as they take on Lander in the last chance meet. I want to say congratulations to Jay Dayton, the head coach of Riverton swim team. He was named 4A West Swim Coach of the Year. They would win regionals for the first time ever at Natrona last week, scoring 281 points. Evanston was second, Green River third there. So big things happening for Riverton boys swimming. I know they're trying to play catch up a little bit in Fremont County. That Lander program's been so great. Lander will go for 30 consecutive 3A championships, but Riverton really holding their own in 4A, and we'll see how the 4A state championships go in another week, the 19th and 20th from Cheyenne East High School. County 10 will be there. We'll get some photos and recaps from these state swim championships. Indoor tracksters are in Casper at the Mustang Invitational, hosted by Natrona County High School. 15 different teams competing there. And speech and debate is in Green River this weekend, Friday and Saturday. They go to districts at Rock Springs next week. State speech and debate is March 12th, 13th, and 14th in Cheyenne this year. Getting a performance from one of the local dance troops in Riverton right now after the Our Recreation basketball scrimmage. A lot of crowd participation here with these young dance kids, and it's great to see the entire community turn out. There's not a ton of home games this year, so it's fun to have youth basketball, youth dance on display, and it's fun to have the community come out and cheer them on. At the half, Lady Wolverines on top 18-11. We'll take another break and get ready for the second half. After this, your home for Riverton Sports is 105.1 Jack FM. Streaming video coverage of tonight's games can be found on the County 10 YouTube channel.
On Motor Companies, Wyoming isn't just where we operate, it's where we belong. For over 85 years, we've stood alongside our community through life's big moments, from turning the key to turning the page in every journey that follows. Here, customers become neighbors, and neighbors become family. Visit us today at Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton or online at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com. We are Wyoming. Together, let's drive.
At Gales Carpet One Floor and Home, we believe every floor tells a story. As a family-owned business with deep roots in Fremont County, we don't just sell flooring. We create personalized solutions for your home. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwood, our expert team guides you through every step. Scan the QR code to learn more. Transform your space with confidence. At Gales Carpet One Floor and Home, we're here to wow you.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com, today.
Goddard Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies, one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County, one project at a time.
Proud supporters of the Riverton High School Marching Band. We are County10.com.
Wrapping up the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show presented by YDOT Riverton Girls up on top of Rock Springs at the half, 18-11, looking for a little redemption after falling by 1 to Rock Springs a little less than a month ago at Rock Springs High School. Green River and Evanston are the only other 4A game of the night. Those games going on in Evanston. If we get some finals, we'll pass those over to you. Yesterday in girls basketball, Fort Washakie knocked off St. Stephen's 69-53. And Taylor Leesburg has 6 to lead the Lady Wolverines. 4 apiece, Allison Condi and Hannah Millimon for Rock Springs here. 18-11. We are set to begin the third quarter. I'm Jerrad Anderson, joined alongside the great Jason Peterson, working the camera for you on the County 10 YouTube channel. If you want to check that out, radio coverage, of course, on Jack FM. Rock Springs now attacking the north basket here with the ball first, but not for long. Ripped out of there, taken away. Mathill up ahead to Vosika. There's 2 quick points to start the third quarter. Carson Vosika now with 5 overall, and it's a 9-point Riverton lead. This is their largest. They've led by as much as 8. The game was 10-10. Riverton went on an 8-0 run there. Rock Springs hit 1 free throw, but have not scored a field goal in unofficially about 4 minutes, and they dribble it to the baseline out of bounds. Riverton basketball right back. Rock Springs will not apply their half-court press we saw in the first half this trip down. Vosika holds at the top. Same starters for Riverton that started the game and played most of the season, frankly. They go to the bench in moderate amounts, these Lady Wolverines. It is these starting 5 a lot, with Aspen Gordon coming off of the bench primarily. Leesburg long 3, no good. Taryn Weber, of course, Kimber Mathill and Adri Van Vliet getting some playing time. Cairo Shelsta has appeared in 4 games this season and may be available. She's on the bench tonight. Intercepted by Leesburg in backcourt. Soars to the bucket, up and in. It's an 11-point lead. Taylin's got 8. Cairo is on the bench, but she is not in basketball shoes. I just noticed she's got like the slide flip-flop thing, so she may not be available after all for this, but she did play in the JV game. Coach Swenson going to take a Rock Springs timeout. 6:32 to go, third quarter. It's 22-11. Wolverines have Rock Springs doubled up right now, at least, on that Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, we will select our Health Source Chiropractic Player of the Game. Health Source Chiropractic is Fremont County's only sports-certified chiropractic clinic. Contact Dr. Jonathan Fabian, and I can get all of the services available. The details by visiting healthsourcechiro.com. 22-11, Lady Wolverines out in front. Coach Swenson burning his second time out of the ball game. Rock Springs basketball in backcourt. Condi trying to control the dribble. She ends up in the front row of the Riverton student section trying to save it, and it's an unforced error taken away by the Wolverines. Rock Springs just not able to handle the basketball well so far tonight. Leesburg is bumped off the ball by Soltis, and she is going to pick up her second personal. First foul on anybody here in the third quarter. Taylin leading all scorers with 8. She controls the dribble at the top. 4A West leading distributor. She averages 6 assists per ball game right now. Knocked away out of bounds by the freshman Millimon. It stays Riverton basketball. Knocked away in the direction of Randy Tucker, who's down there shooting photos for County 10. You can be on the lookout for some new Riverton photos and a recap of this one on our website, presumably tomorrow. I guess we'll see how motivated Mr. Tucker is, but it'll be coming soon to County 10. Give and go underneath. Mathil can't get it to go, but she's pushed in the back and fouled, and she will shoot a couple of times. Much different game than we saw in Rock Springs on both accounts. Rock Springs just not handling the basketball well. A lot of errors, some forced, some unforced, frankly. Timbree's first free throw is good. Riverton senior now with 4 points. Timbree lets the second one go. Front rim no good. Vosika the rebound, sticks it back up. That's no good. Contested 2 in the paint. Does not fall. And Zancanella has the Rock Springs rebound. Give it to Millimon. She breaks out of the pack quickly down the lane. Stopped just inside the free throw line. That shot no good. Follow no good. Vosika finally hauls it in. She's being attacked from all sides. And it's a held ball under the hoop. Arrow, Riverton. 5:27 to go, third quarter, 23-11. Lady Wolverines on front of the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Rock Springs looking to trap midcourt as they have applied a little different look here on Riverton right at midcourt. Wolverines handle perfectly, though. Soltis reaching in a lot. Now she's called for her third foul.
Rock Springs foul, 10, Soltis.
Lead is a dozen for Riverton. Here comes Aspen Gordon. Lexi Taylor will get the first breather for Riverton. And the Riverton JV girls lost. Riverton JV boys won convincingly just a little bit ago. Freshmore games were happening over at Riverton Middle School. Last chance swim meet at the Aquatic Center. It's a busy campus up here at Riverton High School / middle school area. Taken away by Rock Springs. Here's Millimon down the lane. That's no good. Tatum Tyra with a block, but a foul on the follow attempt. So 2 chances for Rock Springs. Neither good, but Tyra's called for her second personal. No, Vosika's going to get the body call. Tyra with the block, but they got Carson, I guess, before the Tyra swat attempt. First one is no good by Sheely Zancanella. So the star of the last meeting with 24 points still has 0 on her ledger. Zancanella. She takes a deep breath, lets it go. That one's too strong, no good. Soars in to try to get her own rebound. Now a big pile up. 4 girls hit the deck. Arrow will be Rock Springs. Zancanella under and to the left of the Rock Springs hoop. Triggers it up top on a lob. Ball was on the floor for a moment. Coming to get it, Berkeley Garner. And she'll go left side, outside to Isabella Bear, a Rock Springs sophomore. Riverton Back in a 2-3 zone, I believe this time down, trying to get a sense of that, and ball's knocked out of bounds anyhow. And it goes Riverton's direction off of a Rock Springs player last. Thanks again to our YouTube audience. Again, use that chat box. Let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. We'll give you shout-outs through the broadcast. Tyra will give it to a cutting Leesburg. Drop it off to Gordon, who's fouled on the way up. Another nice pass from the 4A West leading assister. I don't think assister is a word. Leading distributor, I like that. Gordon's first free throw skims off, no good. Lexi Taylor comes on for RHS. Second for Gordon is good. That is Aspen's first point. 6 different Riverton girls have scored. Riverton 2-2-1 pressure in backcourt. Reaching in this time, I believe, is Kimber Mathill, who just came on for Riverton. It is Kimber new into the game and quickly with a foul.
Foul 24, Mathill, first, second team foul.
Taryn Weber on for the first time for Riverton as Aspen Gordon comes out. Almost a steal by Leesburg. She knocks it into the Riverton bench.
Riverton 12, Weber.
Taylor averaging a couple of steals a game from her guard spot. His pressure doing great things for Riverton in backcourt. Almost a takeaway right along the half-court line. Saving it from an over and back violation was Millimon. Did a nice job controlling the dribble. She'll leave it for Condi wide open. That's Zancanella, beg your pardon. Sheely Zancanella has the first Rock Springs field goal in almost an entire quarter's worth of minutes. It took about 8 minutes for them to get the ball in the hoop collaboratively here as we're at the 3:18 mark of the third quarter. Leesburg lose the handle and then will commit a violation in backcourt. Didn't see the official call, did you, Jason? Not a foul, just a violation. Missed it as I was correcting my Zancanella stats and had my head down. Bear on the floor one time. She goes across to Garner. Now 3 lifted. Zancanella, that's no good. Taryn Weber, a tough rebound. She's thrown to the ground and has a foul drawn against her. Is that the 5th team foul on Rock Springs? It is, with 3:08 still to go. We will walk to the other end, and Taryn Weber will get a chance here at the free throw line. Millimon picks up her 3rd foul. Taryn Weber's been into the game here for about a minute or so, and will try her first shots. Played in the JV game before this. Taryn's first is a high arcing shot that goes too long, no good. Second attempt for Weber, lets it fly. That one is good. Taryn's on the board, 7th Wolverine to score. And Rock Springs is going to throw this right to Coach Mike Swenson. That was a long pass that ended up right in the arms of their coach. Ball out of bounds to the Wolverines. Gordon back on for Riverton. Tyra at midcourt. And Alexi Taylor inside of 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Alexi has it knocked out of bounds. She's fouled first, the official on the far side says. That is on Berkeley Garner, her second. And Alexi Taylor gets free throws. Riverton's shot quite a few free throws here already and will be in the bonus throughout the remainder of the third quarter. Still 2:54 remaining. First free throw, in and out, no good. Again, Green River and Evanston playing in the only other 4A game this evening. Should have a girls' final at some point to relay on to you. Lexi can't hit the second one either. She's got a three-pointer, but unfortunately is 0 of 4 at the free throw stripe today. Ball goes long, out of bounds. Rock Springs will take over with pressure down the floor for Riverton. 1-2-2. They show pressure at the time stripe. Millimon handles nicely, zigging and zagging. She leaves it to a teammate on the left side. Katie Moore has got her first bucket of the game. Nice drive by the freshman Millimon. Rock Springs takes it away at midcourt, forces the Riverton steal, and Taylin Leesburg is going to get charged with a personal foul for reach again. Just a first on Taylin, I believe. It is 2:29 to go third quarter. It's a 10-point Riverton lead, but Rock Springs with a little flurry of energy here. And leading that charge is their freshman Hannah Millimon. Entry pass to the paint goes to nobody. Zancanella was looking down low in the direction of Katie Moore. She didn't find her though, and it goes out of bounds. Riverton doing a nice job on their press breaker. Lob intended for Gordon is punched out by Webb. Riverton will reload here under into the left of their hoop. Say congratulations to the County10.com Teacher of the Month, Allison Becker. Elementary school teacher at Willow Creek Elementary. You can always submit your nominations for Teacher of the Month at County10.com. Congratulations to Mrs. Becker, does a great job. Bosika turnaround 2 in the paint, just inside the free throw line, no good. Tyra offensive board, she's pushed and will get 2 free throws. Incrementally, every week this season, Tatum just gets stronger and stronger and stronger and more confident in the paint. Missed most of last year with that knee injury. It was a tough thing to watch, but she has battled back triumphantly, and she just continues to get stronger and stronger down there. She's got 4 points, all at the free throw line. Try to go 2 of 2 at the stripe here. Lets it go, and that's good. Wolverines up by a dozen, under 2 remaining on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Webb, good dish through the paints. Missing the bunny, though, is Katie Moore. Leesburg comes away with it, but travels. She was in a trap, and Taylin is not pleased with the call. Looks back at Coach Bose. Bose shrugs, and we play on. 1:42 to go, third quarter. Inbound, goes all the way in backcourt. Bear retreats and gets it, but now is smothered defensively. Leesburg and Mathil working together to knock it out of bounds into the score table. Stays Rock Springs ball, but a good trap defensively by Riverton. That's the thing I like about this Lady Wolverine team, and even in some of the more sizable losses that we've seen this year, they are always fighting defensively. They're always tough. Speaking of defense, takeaway by Tyra. Tyra up ahead to Vosika. Carson loses the handle in transition out of bounds. Coach Bosner with his palms to the ground saying, everybody calm down. Carson just going a little too fast for her own good that time. Millimon races across the timeline, find Isabella Bear. Bear runs into a double team and travels. That's Vosika and Gordon on the trap. Gordon holds it on the right wing for the Wolverines. High post to Tyra, back to Aspen. Skip pass for Taylin. Put it on the floor once. Find Vosica underneath. Up and good. Carson Vosica, 2 more. She's got 7 assists. Taylin Leesburg. Taylin thought about pulling the three-pointer trigger. Realized she had Carson Vosica because she sees the floor so well. There's a takeaway by Riverton. Leesburg to Gordon. Got it to go. And one. Another dish from Leesburg. Gordon with a chance at a three-point play, and Riverton piling it on here late in the third quarter. 31-15 with an Aspen Gordon free throw coming up. Aspen's free throw is good. 17-point Riverton lead. It's been a while since we've seen Riverton up this big. Bear holding at the left angle. Now give back to Zancanella. She tries a long three. That's no good. Webb is swatted. Leesburg got all of it. Taken away by Gordon, who's immediately held up. Arrow is Riverton's with 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 32-15 Wolverines. They've got the ball on the arrow. Leesburg's going to come out. She is on fire the last few minutes on both sides. Really great job. Floor recognition, finding her open teammates, seeing the floor really confidently right now. Taylin Leesburg. 15 seconds to go. Riverton in their half court. Third quarter time remaining. Weber will set a screen for Lexi Taylor. Now find Vosica right side. Back to Taylor. She tries a three from the Wolverine pond. No good. Front of the rim. Weber. Rebound. 2 seconds. Riverton won't get a shot off before the third quarter horn. But a big Wolverine third quarter has them up 32-15 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Come on back for the fourth quarter with us on 105.1 Jack FM and streaming video on the County 10 YouTube channel.
The sidelines to the spotlight, from the classroom to the community, Fremont County's greatest accomplishments deserve to be celebrated. When our athletes take the field, when students excel, and when our community comes together, those are the moments that define us. For over 25 years, we've been more than just your internet and phone provider. We're your neighbors, celebrating each victory alongside you. Wyoming.com, proud to support our schools, our athletes, and our future. Visit Wyoming.com today.
Next move, a winning one.
Proud to cheer on Riverton Track and Field. We are County10.com.
8 minutes to go. Riverton trying to notch their 5th win of the season. They lead by 17, outscoring Rock Springs 9-4 that last 8 minutes. 32-15 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Rock Springs basketball first. I'm Jerrad Anderson, joined alongside Jason Peterson. Soltis works it into the Rock Springs front court. Got a Isabella Bear, who's trapped by a couple of Wolverine defenders. Now Soltis, who's smothered. Look at this aggressive defense all over the floor by Riverton. Mathil's going to get a foul called, but I honestly don't mind that from a Riverton perspective. You're trying hard. She didn't mean to, just got a little extra handsy in there, slapping the wrist of her opponent, trying to get a steal. Soltis, worked on by both Mathil sisters. Now up top they go to Millimon. Back to Bear in the right corner. Rock Springs struggling to find anybody getting a look. Foul. Oh, they're going to say continuation. Wow. Shot went in by Millimon. That was a long continuation. Taryn Weber reached in. Millimon gathered, made a move or two, and I'll say count the bucket. Nice play by Millimon, and maybe it was continuation. She's got 7. Weber, right side, skip pass intended for Lexi Taylor. It's batted back. Weber had it, but lost it. Ball out of bounds. Rock Springs gets this back, so not the time you want to screw around too much here and have too many turnovers in succession if you're a Riverton fan. Their lead is 14, but Rock Springs feeling a little bit better after the Hannah Millimon and one. Almost a takeaway by Mathil. Now Timbree's got it. Good hustle from Timbree Mathil. Hand back to Leesburg. Leesburg head down the lane. They're going to call her for a carry. Have not seen a ton of carrying violations this season. I did a Lander girls game at Worland in which we had 4 of them, and they were almost back-to-back. Like, that was all they were looking for in that game, and I'm not saying they weren't there. I'm just saying it was hard to believe because you don't see that call a lot anymore. Tiger basketball. We played 1:15 here in the fourth quarter. Riverton up by 14, up by a dozen now. Bounce pass to Sheely Zancanella on the right block. She was wide open. Got it to go, and it's 32-20. Leesburg crosses midcourt, immediately is double teamed, knocked to the floor. Tiger did a good job getting a hand on there with Zancanella. Arrow going to keep it with Riverton, but the tie-up sends it back to Rock Springs, and frankly, the last 90 seconds, Rock Springs playing with a little more energy than Riverton. There's a lob right over the head of Timbree Mathil, out of bounds. Riverton boys vacating the stands, headed back to the locker room. They play the next game. A lot to decide here in this girls contest, though. Still 6:20 to go. Tigers making things interesting right now, and Riverton with a little lull in energy the last 1:45. Here's Bear along the baseline. Bear running through traffic, somehow gets it out to Zancanella. Trouble handling it, Hannah Millimon to Zancanella. She hoists a tough 3 that wedges in the corner of the bucket. This is always fun when we see who's the tallest official. It's that guy. He tries to get it. Gets it on the second try. Official number 2 was going for a broom. The first official wanted to show off his hops. What's that, Jason?
I said I could have got that easy.
I know you could have. You got like an 8-foot vertical, I think. Rock Springs basketball. We go to the arrow on those wedged balls, so it's Rock Springs falling down as soon as they get it in. Unfortunately for Allison Condi, there just wasn't much she could do. She was sliding down on her heels, received the basketball, and just her momentum was not going to stop. Tipped out of bounds, stays Riverton basketball in their front court. 5:50 remaining. Fremont Chevy scoreboard shows Wolverines on top, 32-20. Leesburg holds at the top of the key. Uses screen from Vosika, dribbles into a double team on the baseline, and it's going to be out of bounds off of a Tiger hand. Lexi Taylor back on for Riverton. Leesburg will get a breather. Don't imagine Taylin's going to be on the bench long here in the fourth quarter. That one pinballs off of a couple of girls, and it's out off of a Wolverine. Wyoming Cowgirls picking up a big win last night. They knocked off UNLV, hit 16 three-pointers to upset them for their 9th win of the season. There's a foul on the floor on the Wolverines. That's on Aspen Gordon. Gordon's second. The Cowgirls will host Boise State on Saturday. Cowboys have a border war game, Fort Collins, on Valentine's Day. Hannah Millimon on the left baseline for an easy 2 off the inbound, and it's a 10-point game with 5:18 to go. Rock Springs on a 6-0 run. Taylor, send it left side outside to Mathill, who's bumped and fouled. That's the first foul of the quarter on Rock Springs. Aspen Soltis, though, is going to pick up her fourth. First player on either side with 4 personal fouls. That will prompt Coach Mike Swenson to send Briley Webb back into the game off the bench. Soltis will take a breather with those 4 fouls. Bounce pass to Vosika, 2 no good. Tyra rebound, can't hit it can't get the second shot to go. Mathill has an opportunity, that goes sky high, no good. Leesburg saves it out to Taylor for 3. That's no good. Long rebound to Mathill. Riverton's going to get another chance at this, and wisely they'll pull it all the way back out and reset. Taylin back on the floor after that real quick timeout to the free throw line. Floater off the glass, too good. Taylin Leesburg with 10. Much needed bucket there for Riverton. That was their first made shot of the quarter. Bear running left side, and Tyra with a big block. Bears got it. Coach Swenson wants a timeout. That was a block with some authority by Tatum Tyra, who's turned into a block party. She's averaging over 2 blocks per game now to lead Riverton. Timeout's going to go full. 4:21 remaining fourth quarter. It is Riverton 34, Rock Springs 22. Boys basketball coming up directly after this one. I believe that head football coach Mark Lenhart will be on with us once again. So we'll have the full crew here at Wolverine Gym along with Jason Peterson. I'm Jerrad Anderson. 3 of the next 4 at home for the Wolverines. 3 in a row, in fact, at home, including this one. You get Green River here on Saturday. Next Thursday, the Jackson girls and boys come to town, and then next, not this upcoming Saturday, but the Saturday after that, is the long road trip to Afton. But a much more favorable February than December or January for Riverton basketball. Spent 15 games on the road before coming home. Confirmed with Coach Lenhart a couple weeks ago that the Stranigan tournament's coming back. I double-checked my sources. I got 2 sources like a good journalist and asked activities director Max Mills, who said, yes, indeed, it is back. It'll be the second tournament of the year after the Casper Classic. Pass in the paint intercepted by Mathill right out of the timeout. She's fouled on the floor. Good hustle play, getting after the basketball for Riverton. Timbri Mathill with another steal. Taylor and Leesburg played catch up the backcourt, across the timeline, posting up Tyra, turnaround 2 off the glass, no good, in and out, but Rock Springs knocks it out of bounds, so Riverton will get another chance midway through the fourth quarter. Wolverines up by 12. They've led by double digits the entire second half. Lead was cut to 10 at one point, but that's as close as Rock Springs has been in a while. Knocked to the floor at the free throw line. Wrestling match breaks out. Tyra involved with Millimon. Riverton keeps it alive on this arrow. Hunter Saltzgaver and some of the Riverton students decked out in jerseys and hats. I can't tell if it's jersey day or hat day or both. Vosika from the block is fouled on the way up. I think when you're a kid, you just dress as wildly as you want, and you think, this is something. I'm going to go out as crazy looking as I can. They're the only ones really in jerseys and hats. There's a Boston Celtics jersey across the way, but that's it. So I don't know what the theme is. But those 3 are coordinated with something. First one from Carson is good. Vosika almost quietly here having a good game. He's got 8. Carson's second is good, and Coach Bose wants a timeout. Good effort from Carson Vosika tonight with 9. Taylin Leesburg leading the Wolverines with 10. Tatum Tyra's got 5 all at the line. 4 for Aspen Gordon, 4 for Timbri Mathill. A point for Taryn Weber, 3 points for Lexi Taylor on a 3-pointer. Rock Springs led by Hannah Millimon. She's got 9. 4 apiece from Allison Condi and Sheely Zancanella. Riverton will be back, like I mentioned, on Saturday. We'll have Saturday evening basketball against Green River here for you on the County 10 Sports Network. If you're interested, I'll be in Mountain View with Lander tomorrow for a doubleheader down there. So if you're a basketball junkie, you can catch some 3A hoops. Lander girls are playing great basketball. Lander boys have a good chance to make it to state too. They've cooled off a little bit, but I think they're probably in a good position to make a long run. 3:42 to go in the game. Hannah Millimon goes right past 3 girls, runs quickly through the lane. Can't get the shot to go, though. Never got a clean release, but it's punched back out to Webb. And Rock Springs will take back over. Webb puts her head down, goes down the lane, stripped out of there. Mathill's got it off the floor. Mathill, long pass up ahead. Vosika's got 2 more. Carson Vosika with the bucket. Carson has 11 now. She's leading the Wolverine attack. Riverton going to take it right back in backcourt. Cross-court pass. Lexi Taylor bumped for a second. Hauled in by Riverton. Vosika on the baseline. Can't get that 2 to go, but she is clobbered and fouled down there, so she'll get a couple more free throws coming up for Carson. Carson is taken over as the leading point getter here with 11 right now. Taking over for Leesburg, who has 10. Was the leading scorer through most of the game, but Carson with a flurry of points. First one, front rim, no good. Aspen Soltis will check back in for Rock Springs. He's got, Aspen's got 4 fouls. Second one for Carson is good. Wolverine lead 39-22. 2:52 to go in the ball game, and Hannah Millimon with a quick jump stop hits it from 6 feet. Hannah Millimon, I know I'm a broken record here. She does not play like a freshman. Leading Rock Springs in points. Tigers will get the ball back as it goes off of the fingertips of Carson Vosika. Millimon averaging 8.8 per game to lead the Rock Springs attack, and she's got 11 tonight. Here comes Zancanella. Tyra goes for a block, instead gets more of her defender than ball, and that's going to send Sheely Zancanella to the line. Tatum Tyra with the personal. That is the 3rd on Tatum, 4th team foul, so both teams will be in the bonus for the final 2.5 minutes. First free throw from Sheely is off to the right side, no good, as Aspen Gordon comes back on. Tatum Tyra checks out. Good moments from Tatum, has 5 points all at the free throw line, but she's done a great job on the boards, especially at the offensive end. Second free throw, Zancanella, is good. 4 for the sophomore. Again, no seniors. No seniors on this Rock Springs team. There's a quick steal by Soltis. She soars in from the left side and is fouled by Leesburg.
Riverton foul, 11, Leesburg.
Jalen second. And 2 free throws coming up for Aspen Soltis. Again, boys basketball not far off. We'll have Wolverine head football coach Mark Lenhart joining us again. Got the full crew here with Jason Peterson. I'm Jerrad Anderson. First free throw from Soltis, no good. Taryn Weber back on for Riverton here with 2:19 to go. Second for Soltis, will bounce around the rim and drop in there. Aspen is 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. That first one was her first miss from the charity stripe, had 2 in the first half. Leesburg holds at the top. And a quick foul from the official up top will give Riverton a couple of shots here in the bonus as Sheely Zancanella rung up with her third personal. Leesburg will head to the line. Taylin has had a nice game tonight. She's really down the stretch of the season continues to become a impressive leader from that guard spot, and she was instrumental in the win against Natrona a week ago, and she has been the floor leader again tonight. Second free throw, no good, so Taylin 1 of 2. Aspen Gordon trying to get a hand around her defender, knocks it out of bounds. Stays, or will go to Rock Springs, trailing by 14 inside of 2 minutes. Riverton with the full court press again, going to force Rock Springs to throw this over everybody. Volleyball head coach Justin Taylor will hand it to the official, and Riverton will get the ball back. Well, if the Lady Wolverines can hang on here in these last couple of minutes, they'll pick up their 5th win of the season and pick up a win in 2 out of their last 3 games. Had Kelly Walsh on the ropes on Saturday. Had some things not go their way late in that game, and the Trojans got the better of a single-digit game, but pretty good effort against both Casper schools. Mathill long 2, right corner, that's no good. A rebound slapped out of bounds to Rock Springs. 90 seconds to go, and a 14-point Riverton advantage. Wolverines again set up in the half-court press. Worked well at times throughout this game. Hannah Millimon is usually the one to break it. This time she's going to be robbed of the basketball by Mathill. Shot in the paint, no good. Weber follow, no good. They'll battle for it. Rock Springs will finally emerge from the pile. Here comes Aspen Soltis in transition ahead of the crowd. She loses the handle, scooped up by Timbry. Ahead to Vosika. With 1 minute remaining in the game, Riverton up by 14, and really no reason to attack the basket. Just try to deflate as much clock as you can here, and that's exactly what they'll do as they weave around at the top. Select our Health Source Chiropractic Player of the Game. Have a real quick Bailey Tire Pros post-game show after Riverton girls wins. Sometimes Coach Bose runs up here and chats with us for a quick timeout, and sometimes he sends a girl up here, one of his players of the game, so that may be forthcoming. And then we'll move on to boys basketball here soon. Mathill's going to go to the line on the 4th personal foul there on Berkeley Garner. Just 35 seconds remaining. 1st and 2 is good for Timbry. Timbry with 5 now. Another good team effort here for Riverton. In their losses, you point to a couple of individuals who have great games. In their wins, it feels like you run down and see 4, 5, 6 girls that have all contributed solidly for Riverton, and that's the case again in this one. And frankly, Rock Springs making some errors they didn't make back in January, the first time we saw them. Takeaway by Riverton. 22 seconds remaining, 42-26. Wolverines trying to run the last 20 seconds out. Leesburg and Gordon play catch at the top. Taryn Weber holds the basketball, 10 seconds. Riverton will improve to 5 and 14 this season, winning games when they count the most here in February, looking ahead to March. And it's a Wolverine winner officially. Riverton 42, Rock Springs 26. Select our Health Source Chiropractic Player of the Game. First, let's run down a few quick scoring numbers here in this one. Rock Springs falls to 5-14 overall. They were led by Hannah Millimon with 11 points. 5 points for Sheely Zancanella. And let's see here, 4 points from Allison Condi, 3 points from Aspen Soltis, 2 from Katie Moore, and a free throw from Briley Webb. Riverton was led by Carson Vosica with 11 points for Taylor Leesburg. Timbri Mathil finishes with 6. Tatum Tyra closes the night with 5. Aspen Gordon 4. Lexi Taylor finishes with 3. And a point apiece for Aspen Gordon and Taryn Weber at the free throw line. Well, a lot of different candidates for our Health Source Chiropractic Player of the Game, and we'll give a shout out to Dr. Jonathan Fabian, Fremont County's only sports-certified chiropractor. You can give him a call. He's on North 8th West in Riverton, and you can visit healthsourcechiro.com for more information. Maybe not the person that you'd think it would go to with Leesburg and Vosica in double digits, but I think it's well-deserved to go to Tatum Tyra tonight. Tatum with 5 points. They all came at the free throw line. She was close. I don't have official rebounding numbers, but felt like she was close to double-digit rebounds. She finished with a couple of blocks tonight, and it's just a good story battling back from that knee injury, missed most of last year. She's been fun to watch, and I think has deserved it on a number of occasions. So Tatum Tyra, your Health Source Chiropractic Player of the Game. We'll take a quick time out. We'll chat with Coach Lenhartz and talk boys basketball in just a couple of minutes. Lady Wolverines get it done 42-26. Back in a minute with more Wolverine basketball on 105.1 Jack FM and County10.com.
Introducing WyoGlass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose WyoGlass. Visit us at wyoglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Wolverine basketball is on the air. Let's go courtside with the voice of the Wolverines, Jerrad Anderson.
Welcome me back here to Wolverine Gym. Congratulations to the Riverton Lady Wolverines. They knock off Rock Springs 42-26. We welcome Riverton head football coach, activities director at Riverton Middle School, Mark Lenhart, to the broadcast. Back with us for boys basketball. Coach, I know you probably didn't see the entire girls game, but coming in there in the second half, your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I was fulfilling my duties down with the sub-varsity freshman boys, so I got up here, and what caught my eye more than anything was the defensive intensity. I also saw what you saw with Tatum Tyra and how hard she played, and when she's aggressive and she's physical, that gives the Lady Wolverines a presence inside that they desperately need, because we're not the biggest team out there. And so I thought it was a great effort by them, and anytime you hold somebody under 30, you're going to have a great chance to win the game.
Absolutely. Again, Riverton girls picking up their 5th win. They're back at it on Saturday against Green River here at Wolverine Gym. Flipping the page over to this boys game, Rock Springs is 12-4. The first time these two teams met was a 1-point contest, 51-50 down in Rock Springs. And despite the close losses, Riverton struggling to come up on the right end of the scoreboard the last few times. This is a Wolverine team that feels like they desperately need a win, and soon.
Yeah, I know this isn't a quad game, but you feel like you got to start kind of getting some momentum going, right? Like we're to the midpoint of February. It's time to start playing our best basketball, and it'll be a tough test tonight. Obviously, people know about Rock Springs and Boston James and what he brings to the table. Obviously, one of the best basketball players in the state. I would put him right up there with Lancaster in terms of his mid-range game, but they got some other guys too. These were kids, these seniors were there my last year in Rock Springs, so I know the kind of athletes Savon Thomas is. Taz Cortez, he goes by Taz. His name's Antonio Cortez. The Richens kid's a good basketball player, and Luke Tate is a really interesting story for them. When I was there, he was a kid who battled a lot of knee injuries, and kind of like Tatum has fought his way back. And so, good family, good kid. Good to see these guys having some success, but hopefully not tonight.
It'll be great to have Coach Lenhart's insights as a former Rock Springs community member and coach, and now, of course, Riverton head football coach and community member here in Riverton. With all due respect to Rock Springs, we're glad you're here in the Rendezvous City. Riverton boys are 7-11 overall, 1-2 in quad play. Rock Springs ranks 5th in the WyoPreps.com 4A coaches poll. They're 12-4 and 1-2 in the Northwest Quad. So they've stumbled a little bit, but the main thing is with some of the tight ball games they were in early on in the season, they found ways to win. They may have not won them the most impressively. They didn't blow people out, but they found different ways to win ball games. Riverton coming off of a tough loss at Kelly Walsh, 74-39. Lost at home to Natrona before that. Rock Springs coming off of a win against Jackson, and then they lost to Star Valley last Thursday. So feeling good about themselves after knocking off Jackson last Saturday and made the trip over South Pass here today. And Riverton looking for a little bit of a redemption here after losing by a single point in a really fun ball game a little less than a month ago, January 17th at Rock Springs.
Yeah, that was a game where Rock Springs kind of got out to a little bit of a lead, but the Wolverines continue to fight back. They stayed within shouting distance. I think the big key I want to see tonight from our Wolverines is get out to a fast start. Even in our wins this year, too many times we've been playing uphill, and it's tough to do that. The basket seems bigger. The shots seem to go in a little bit more. Everybody plays a little more loose when they have a lead, and then you don't have to play at such a frenetic pace. I do expect this game to be up and down. Rock Springs will not change their style of play for anyone. I expect these guys to be running up and down this floor, especially the first 5 to 6 minutes of this game.
Yeah, this is a game that if you're an official, you dread, because you know you're going to run the entire time up and down the floor. But as a basketball fan, it's going to be fun to watch. If you're in the neighborhood, certainly invite you up to Wolverine Gym to come cheer on your team in person. And if not, I'm glad you're with us on the County 10 YouTube channel and here on 105.1 Jack FM. Got Coach Bose coming up here. We'll get a real quick word from Coach Bose. Only got a couple of minutes here before the boys tip off. We'll work through some cables. Coach Bose, unfortunately, only got a couple minutes before the boys' game, so I'll keep it real short with you. Congrats, a big win. Really looked like a dominant performance there from start to finish. How you feeling?
Yeah, well, I'm feeling good, but we really didn't play that well, right? I mean, I was happy with our defense, but offensively, we missed way too much. We were 11 of 37. You can't score 11 baskets and think that you're going to beat good teams, right? We missed a lot. I don't know what we were from the free throw line, but we were pretty bad from the free throw line too, right? But look, right now a win's a win, but we got to get better, right? If we're going to compete at the regional tournament, we can't play like that. We got to play like we did against Natrona.
Your usuals were there. Taylin was great. Carson was great. I thought Tatum Tyra, again, incrementally through the season has gotten more confident and is getting tougher in the paint.
Yeah, she had like 13, 14 rebounds. She finally stepped up and rebounded, protected the rim. And really, that's all I ask of her, right? Just protect the rim, and she does a good job.
Absolutely. Coach, congratulations. I'll chat with you again Saturday.
Okay. Thank you.
Coach Mike Bosner coming up here on the Bailey Tire Pros post-game show / Porter's Tailgate show as we're between games. Give those back to you, Jason. Tatum Tyro is our Health Source Chiropractic player of the game. Riverton High School marching band playing on as we count down to boys tip-off. We'll get to your starting lineups here as we're just about ready for the second half of our doubleheader. Again, Rock Springs is 12-4 on the season under the direction of Lennon Spence in his second year with the program. Rock Springs starts like this. Number 0 is Teague Powell. Powell, a senior, averaging 7.6 points per game. Number 1 is Antonio Cortez. Said he goes by Taz?
Taz, yeah.
I love it. Taz is a senior, averaging 6.8 points per game. Number 2 is Savon Thomas. Thomas, a senior, 7.5 points per game. We talk a lot about Boston James. Savon Thomas is a really nice complementary player, too. Very athletic as well. Boston is only a junior. He's number 10, averaging 18.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game. And number 34 is Hezekiah Purvis. Purvis, a junior, 5.5 points a game and nearly 7 rebounds per game. For the Wolverines, they are under the direction of Bo Sheets in his 9th season. They come out like this. Number 1 is Eric Smith. Smith, a senior, 13.1 points per game, leads the team in assists and steals. Number 2 is Clay Sheets. Sheets averaging 7.6 points per game. He's number 1 in made threes on the team. Number 3 is Garrett Jackson. Jackson, a senior, 10 points, 7 boards a game, leading rebounder for the Wolverines, and he gets about 3 offensive rebounds per game. Number 4 is Gage Treber. Treber, a senior, 8.5 points a game, 4 rebounds a game. He's the best free throw shooter on the team. And Bo Anderson, a senior, number 20, 6 points per game. The golfer, the baseball player, is doing a great job on the basketball court this season, too. He was also the County 10 Student of the Week, doing a great job in the classroom this week. So there's your Wolverines starting 5, and we're just about ready for what should be a good game, Coach Lenhart.
The matchup for me to watch early on is Eric Smith and Savon Thomas, the 2 point guards. These are maybe the 2 quickest point guards in the league. Look for that matchup right away and who can get their offense rolling.
Fog machine leaves some haze on your screen here for the Riverton starting lineup, or for the starting lineups and the opening tip. It's controlled by Rock Springs. Quickly into the lane, Antonio Cortez has the first points of the game.
Great initial drive by Thomas to set up Cortez in the paint.
Jackson holds on the left wing, circles around up top. James on him defensively. Now we'll leave it for Sheets. Dribble to the free throw line. Give it back to Smith. Off balance, too, as he leaned in. Couldn't get it to roll in. Cortez goes right at Eric Smith on the baseline. Got hung up there into a double team. Savon Thomas comes over to help out. Now Teague Powell at the top for 3. That's no good. Purvis battling for the rebound. Big collision as Clay Sheets gets knocked over. And a Wolverine foul here, 48 seconds into the game.
Purvis could be the X factor in this game with his size. He's by far the tallest player on the court. Young, but very talented and has a bright future ahead of him.
2-zip Tigers here early on. Boston James, the recipient of the inbound pass. Give it to Powell, who's stripped as he goes up. Out of bounds, right back to Rock Springs.
Riverton started in that zone a lot on inbounds plays. Here they play man right out the jump, so staying with the basic defense right out the gate.
Powell in the paint, took a pass to Purvis, up and in for 2. First bucket of the game for Purvis, makes it 4-zip. Rock Springs in command here early on. Riverton only 1 shot so far. Eric Smith missing on their first possession. Anderson holding at the top. High post to Treber. Handoff right back to Anderson. Soars to the basket. Gets it in.
A little bit of a different look. Haven't seen much of that dribble handoff from the Wolverines this year. That was a nice play by Gage and Bo Anderson.
Thomas controls the dribble. Right hand crosses over. Give it to James. Boston squares to the basket. Now he'll put it on the floor. Crossover, jump stop in the lane. Dish it left side to Thomas. Thomas tries the baseline off glass. Got it.
Early on, these first few positions, Wolverines got to clean up those closeouts. Make Rock Springs make shots from the outside to beat you. They're really good when they get in the paint.
Purvis, Thomas, Cortez, 3 different scorers so far for the Rock Springs. 6 points. They lead 6-2. We've played 2:05 first quarter here from Wolverine Gym. Treber is rejected hard. Teague Powell got the basketball. Rock Springs will take it away too. Here's James on the free throw line. Pull up, elevate, and drain it.
That's his spot. He wants to go to his right and get somewhere in the paint in that 10 to 15 foot range. Have to do a better job of calling out the ball screen there and hedging him out high and wide.
4th Tiger now with a 2-pointer here, and they lead 8-2 early on. See if Riverton can withstand this early barrage. Stripped and taken away by the Tigers. Here comes Boston James again. James will jump stop and travel with it. He got the shot to go after he traveled, but just kind of kept gliding through the paint there after he got hung up. Weber and Gattenbein on for the Wolverines, first subs of the game. Riverton in their home whites. Rock Springs in the away black uniforms. Smith down the lane, hanging, can't get it to go with the right hand, no good. A rebound tracked down by Cortez. Antonio stops. Smith shuts him off. Give it to James at the top. Banks it home from the top. Doesn't matter how it goes as long as it goes, and James has 5.
Again, it started by them dribble drive, getting in the paint and kicking.
Quickly the other way, 2 up and good. Garrett Jackson got it to drop for the Wolverines. Just as I look up from my score sheet, Jackson's already got 2. 11-4 Rock Springs, 4:25 to go first quarter, and just like you predicted, Mark, it is a fast, quick pace of play on both ends. Riverton's going to take it away in the paint. Here comes Smith quickly across the timeline, head down, stop at the angle, looking for Sheets, who is falling down out of bounds. Official says, I don't know whose ball it is, but the official up top says that's out off of Riverton.
I don't blame Coach Sheets for wanting an explanation here. I mean, Clay ends up on the ground. Whether it was incidental or he tripped, they need to have an answer for him there because the ball just went out of bounds, and I don't blame him for being upset.
Yeah, I didn't see why Clay was falling. I just saw him kind of soaring through the air there as the ball was headed that direction, and was a dramatic fall from Clay on the far side. Purvis holds at the top. Blake on him defensively. Couple of dribbles, give it to Thomas. Thomas, now to Teague Powell, right back to Zavon. He'll let a 3 go. That's no good, just a bit too strong. Purvis, the offensive rebound. It can't hit the bunny, though, and Eric Smith's there to grab it. Riverton attacking to the north basket. Eric backs it off, finds Peyton Larson, who's recently entered the ball game. Larson, couple of left-hand dribbles, give it off to Eric. Eric will spot up for a long 3, no good, off to the left side. Blake battling for the board, but can't come up with it. Powell corrals it. Rock Springs on the run with it, and a 7-point advantage here early on. James, good find to Cortez on the left wing. Antonio spins, drives, trying to work through a double team. Now we'll back the dribble behind the arc. Give it to Purvis, bounce pass through the paint. 2 up and good. Antonio Cortez has 4.
Great job on the give and go by Purvis and Cortez.
There's a block at the other end. Smith went right to the bucket, was rejected by Powell, and it's taken away by Rock Springs. James holds it way at the top. Everybody gets half a second to catch their breath. James with a little screen, give it to Purvis on the roll. Can't get it to go the first time. Gets his own rebound, is tangled up with in the paint. Slaps his hands together, frustrated. He missed the shot in the paint. It's Riverton basketball on the arrow.
Wolverine struggling a little bit with the pick and roll stuff from the high spot. You either got to, if you hedge it, which means you aggressively switch it to try and make the dribbler go out high and wide, is probably the best way to try and handle it. You can't let them have both, get in the paint and the roll.
Schreiber, right side behind the arc. Gage surveys the floor, looking for a teammate. He'll get it to Larson. Peyton, worked on by Boston James, and now we'll leave it for Schreiber. Gage still on the right side outside. Now they'll go to Weber. Back to Schreiber, who cut through. Big collision. Schreiber hits the deck hard. Draws a late whistle. And 2 free throws coming up for Gage.
Staple of the Wolverine offense. They love that basket cut. The simple, old-fashioned give and go. Right there, Thomas got a little bit lazy once the ball was passed and didn't get to the spot, and Gage was able to beat him and get to the foul line.
First for Schreiber is good. He is statistically Riverton's best free throw shooter percentage-wise.
One of the hardest things, Jerrad, to do in basketball is when you're guarding the ball, everybody's playing D, right? But when the ball's passed, you really need to lock in and be even more so to do so, and that's where teams are getting beat right now on both sides.
Second one no good. Purvis with the block out down low has the rebound, and he'll get it to Thomas. 13-5, Rock Springs in front early on. 1:50 to go first quarter. Jerrad Anderson, Mark Lenhart, Jason Peterson with you from Wolverine Gym. Cortez, stop in the paint, find Boston James, left side. James attacks the basket, reverse layup, can't get it to go. Rebound punched away to Clay Sheets. Sheets, one of the quickest guys on the floor, all the way down the court, off the glass, got it.
Good shot by Clay. Nice changeup by Coach Sheets down here, going to that 2-3 zone. I think he realizes these guys are really tough to stay in front of, playing man-to-man defense.
James holds on the left wing. Now Thomas. Bounce pass to James as they try to get something going on that zone defense. His shot no good. Purvis, another offensive rebound. This time he'll stick it back up and in. And it's 15-7. Rock Springs timeout. Coach Sheets.
Rock Springs, one of the more athletic teams in the state. Have to find a way, right? We sound like a broken record. Got to find a way to get a body on everyone. The hard part about playing a zone, Jerrad, is sometimes it's tough to rebound out of it because you're simply, you're so focused on trying to stop the dribble drive and that backside is open. All 5 guys have to crash the glass in order to make this work.
I want to say thank you to Allison on our County 10 YouTube channel. I was asking what the student section theme was. I saw there was neon earlier. There's some jerseys over there. Allison informs me it's Space Jam theme tonight. Says the students having fun over there. You see them on your YouTube screen. Thank you to Allison for clarifying.
Hunter Saltzgaver with the toddler Trenton Weber picture over there. I like that one.
Inside of a minute to go, first quarter. Riverton brings Dane Cox into the game. He shoots from the free throw line, no good. Schreiber rebound, his putback no good, and Savon Thomas hauls it away for Rock Springs. So Riverton a couple of chances, could not turn it into points, and Rock Springs stares at their bucket in this Riverton zone defense. Thomas drive to the free throw line, back to the basket, give it to Boston James. James with Peyton Larson on him defensively. Now to Thomas. New in there is Luke Tate, one of the players that Coach Lenhart mentioned battling those injuries in our pregame show. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Tate back to Thomas. Rock Springs bench counting down, 3 seconds, intercepted by Sheets. 3/4 court heave is not going to find its way there, and after one, Rock Springs out in front of Riverton. 15-7. We'll take a quick timeout. Back with quarter 2 after this on 105.1 Jack FM and County 10's YouTube channel.
Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi, or give us a call today. The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency will be here for you.
Proud to cheer on Riverton Track and Field. We are County10.com.
Second quarter just underway here from Wolverine Gym. Lady Wolverines a winner earlier. Riverton boys got some catching up to do. They trail Rock Springs 15-7 after the first quarter. Boston James quickly going to dump in 2 more points, and it's a 10-point Tiger advantage.
Give Coach Spence some credit out of the timeout or after the break. That was a sweet little zone set where they pinned both sides, snuck James in behind underneath for a layup.
Gage Treber attacking the basket, splitting defenders, got it to roll in.
Love Gage's energy right out the jump from this game. He knows how he has to play big against these bigger Rock Springs Tigers.
4 different Wolverines have scored, just 9 points, but 4 Riverton points so far, or 4 Riverton scorers so far, I should say. Rock Springs back on the attack. Left corner 3 is not going to find its way there by Phoenix Richens, a senior who's on the floor for the first time to start the second quarter. Riverton makes sure they're one and done. Now they set up their half court. Here's Sheets from the top. No good. Knew it wasn't good. Tried to go for the rebound right away. Treber gets the board. He's knocked to the floor, and Gage has more free throws.
Same thing we've been saying a lot, right? Gage has brought a lot of energy to the floor all year long. But he's kind of kept him in it, in my opinion, in this first quarter offensively and into the early second. Doing a great job getting second chance points and getting to the foul line.
First at 2 from Treber is good. Cuts up to a 7-point game. Yeah, I really like Gage's enthusiasm, playing as hard as anybody here over the last few games. Second free throw is also good by Treber. He's got 4 so far on the evening. Elias Griffin also out there for the first time for Rock Springs, number 4. He's got the basketball behind the arc. Out of Cortez, down the lane, give it to James, stop at the free throw line, back to Cortez. Cortez double teamed, finds James, left side 3, no good, too strong. Crashing into the paint, putting it back up and in is Luke Tates for his first points of the game. Riverton getting outworked on the glass there.
Yeah, I think you'll live with Boston James shooting threes, right? He's really good once he gets in the paint. Got to find a way to get the rebound there. Garrett ended up getting beat by Tate.
Anderson finds Jackson, left side. Back to Bowe. Now Treber on the right wing. Down the lane, runs into a double team. Give it to Sheets. Right corner 3, no good. Jackson keeps it alive for Riverton, though, on a long rebound, and he's fouled on the floor. Second Rock Springs team foul of the quarter, and I believe that's on Boston James. It is his first.
Now's the time to try and make hay with Boston James on the bench. It'll be interesting to see. Wolverines have kind of slowed down Rock Springs offensively with this 2-3 zone. Just got to finish it on the defensive glass.
Braden Martin on for Riverton. Treber, dangerous inbound pass, lobbed, comes through to Sheets. Sheets off balance 2, no good, and a blocking foul. Big collision down low. Teague Powell gets run over and gets charged with the foul.
That was an excellent call. Powell was still moving, but give him credit for trying to take a charge there, and also give Clay credit for attacking the rim. I like how the Wolverines aren't settling for threes. They're doing what they can to get to the rim.
First one off the mark for Clay. And Lennon Spence in his second year with the Rock Springs program. Coach Sheets, year number 9 in charge here for the Wolverines. Second one for Clay is good, makes it 19-12. Rock Springs in front. Savon Thomas walks it up the floor. The senior looks back at Coach Spence, gets the play call. Clay Sheets picks him up at midcourt. Number 2, guarding number 2 right there is Thomas. Picks up the dribble, give it to Boston James, top of the key. James backing in through the paint. Can't get his shot to roll in over the rim, no good, and Sheets hauls it in for the Wolverines. Outlet to Smith. Smith quickly across the timeline. Eric down the lane, blows past his defender, put it up and in.
Great job by Eric there, seeing everything open up. Went right at Gomez and was able to get the 2.
First bucket of the game for Riverton's leading scorer through the season. Thomas holds at the top, shoots on him again defensively. Now right side behind the arc, Brandon Gomez on the floor. Thomas from the angle, pull up, can't get it to go. Clangs off the backboard. Smith's got the rebound. Eric tries to beat his defender again through the lane. Left side three. Jackson, that's no good. Takes a big bounce. Treber's got the rebound. He put it in, but a foul on the floor before the shot.
Boy, Coach Spence has a right to complain here. That ball definitely hit the rim and went up and hit the shot clock. This probably should be Rock Springs basketball. The Wolverines are going to catch a break. Call the foul on the floor on Rock Springs here.
Gattenbein and Jackson return for Riverton. Thomas picks up his second personal. 4:25 left in the half. Riverton's trailed throughout. They're down 19-14, but starting to find some rhythm on both ends. Gattenbein down on the left block, turnaround two, contested, but he got it.
Important for Blake. I think if Blake can get into double digits, that will really help boost the Wolverine offense.
Gomez circles around at the top. Now left side, Elias Griffin, hands to Cortez. Cortez has Smith on him defensively. He had 2 versus 2 jersey numbers a minute ago. It was 1 versus 1. Now they'll switch on a screen as Smith draws Boston James. James spinning, can't get it, but he draws the contact, and Boston James going to go to the line as Eric picks up his first personal.
I think James deserves so much attention that the minute that he puts it on the floor, you almost got to bring another defender because he's going to be really tough for anyone to stop one-on-one.
Boston's first is too strong, no good. And James, one of the leading scorers in the state, not just in 4A, 18.7 per game. Athletic and fun to watch. Not necessarily fun to be an opponent of always, but if you're a basketball fan, he is really fun. He can't hit either free throw this time, though. Dishpan's out to the left side. Anderson's got the Wolverine rebound. Riverton down by 3 with the basketball. Right side, Jackson holds. Jarrett now puts it on the dribble. Give it to Gattenbein. Blake crosses over, loses the handle, goes to the floor, tied up with Purvis, and the arrow keeps it Riverton ball, I believe.
I love Blake being aggressive. I think that matchup on Purvis, if you can pull him out on the perimeter, is one that he can maybe win. He needs to stay aggressive here.
Gattenbein will throw it up top for Braden Martin. Goes right back to Blake. Now posting up, down low. Anderson, turn around, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped, and Teague Powell is there to haul it in. Rock Springs senior gives to another senior, Cortez. Now James the junior. Riverton looks like they've gone back to a man-to-man.
Yep.
James at the top, left side off a screen. Cortez, 3, misses everything, trying to save it amongst the Riverton cheerleaders. Brandon Gomez got a couple of cheerleaders a little frightened, but couldn't come up with the ball, and it's out of bounds to the Wolverines.
That was Avery Toman. That's Coach Toman's daughter, so I'm sure she's used the wrestling coach's daughter. She's probably dealt with some contact before.
She's fine.
Yeah.
She's probably tougher than most of the boys out there.
Yes.
Left side, Anderson. Bo working on Purvis, goes right past him to the rim, can't hit the layup though. Treber fought for it, couldn't get it to drop, contested, and Purvis finally hauls it away. Now down the floor, Cortez. Cortez stops in the paint, hands to Purvis, floater good. Purvis with 6.
Talked about it a lot. Once they get in the paint, that opens everything up. And that's kind of been that way on both ends. Neither team's really settling for a lot of threes right now.
Smith to the rim, can't get it to go. Tried to float it from 5 or 6 feet, and it just went a little bit too far. Riverton one and done. Here's Cortez through traffic, out of bounds off of him. It'll go right back to the Wolverines.
Officials letting him play there. I actually think that was probably a good call. The Wolverine defender was planted. Very similar play down here about 2 trips ago where there was some contact where maybe Gage got fouled. They're going to let him play inside.
Trenton Weber has returned for the Wolverines, holding it now left side outside. Weber get a little bit of space, give it to Jackson. Jackson corner 3, that's good. It's a 2-point game.
Huge for Garrett to get going, especially behind the arc. As much as people are attacking the paint, look for that shot to be there for him in particular.
Cortez, high post to Purvis. Purvis backing down his defender. He's tied up or fouled. I guess they'll get a foul. Coach Sheets grabs the top of his head in frustration, but a foul called.
Still a couple fouls to give. I think that's a good foul. He catches it in the paint. There's only a minute and a half left here in the second quarter. Use them all. That's why they give you 4 before they shoot free throws.
Eric's second right there. 1:28 to go in the half. Cortez off the inbound. Can't hit it. A rebound tracked down by Clay Sheets. Sheets quickly up the floor. Leaves it for Treber. Treber, a little jab step and traveled. He's unhappy with the call.
Coach Sheets there's talking to Gage, and he's right. Get the ball reversed a few times and then make them have to shift their defense. Then try to attack.
Dick Quayle, Pat Patterson, the Riverton assistants along the bench, have been with Coach Sheets for a number of years. Coach Quayle preceding Coach Sheets, matter of fact, here, part of the Riverton coaching staff altogether. Here's Gomez, corner 3. That's no good for Brandon, followed by Purvis. That's not going to fall. Saved along the baseline. Clay Sheets will tiptoe out of there for the Wolverines. 50 seconds left. Riverton on the attack here. Second quarter action. Weber past the defender. He's knocked to the floor and fouled, and that'll get a cheer from the Wolverine fans. Trenton a chance to tie it up at the free throw line.
It's an excellent ball fake by Trenton. He kind of faked a pass and ended up going to his right. Ended up getting Purvis to lunge out at him and get to the foul line.
Trenton's first is good. Make it a 1-point game as Anderson returns. Sheets comes off. His second is good, and we are tied 21-21 with 44 seconds to go in the first half.
We talk about this a lot on these broadcasts. How do you finish quarters, right? And I think that this could determine a lot to where this game goes these last 40 seconds.
Riverton weathering the early storm from Rock Springs. Have battled back, tied it up. They're now back in a 2-3 zone, switching in a few different defensive looks. They went to man, now sagging off underneath. Teague Powell open off of a pass from the baseline. Teague's first points of the game gives Rock Springs back a 2-point lead. 10 seconds remaining in the half. Treber holds on the right wing, punched out of his hands. Now it'll go all the way to backcourt. 4 seconds. Smith in the corner. Underneath now to Anderson. Turn around at the buzzer. He caught it to drop. They're going to count it. At the buzzer, Bo Anderson with a bucket, and we're tied at halftime.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like one of those momentum shots. Tough turnaround with Purvis right in his face. Great job by Bo, and then like you said, the Wolverines withstood the Tiger run and did a great job pulling themselves even.
We will see how that little momentum boost into the locker room plays out for the Wolverines as we move on to the second half here shortly. Got the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show presented by the Wyoming Department of Transportation on the way. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes. At halftime, we've settled nothing. It's 23-23 from Wolverine Gym. Back in a couple of minutes here on your home for Riverton Sports, 105.1 Jack FM and the County 10 YouTube channel.
Halftime coverage is made possible by the Wyoming Department of Transportation, reminding you to buckle up every trip, every time.
Back at the half here at Wolverine Gym, thanks to the Wyoming Department of Transportation, reminding you seatbelts save lives. Buckle up every trip, every time. Jerrad Anderson and Mark Lenhart here with you, and we've settled nothing in the boys' game at the half so far, tied at 23 at the intermission. Riverton girls with an impressive victory here just a little bit ago. Got it done 42-26. Our Health Source Chiropractic player of the game was Tatum Tyra, and Tatum joins us now. Tatum, looked like a physical game, but a fun game that you guys just honestly kind of dominated from start to finish. How are you feeling about the win overall?
I felt like it was a really good win. I definitely feel like we worked really hard for it. We got it done on the defensive end and at the line.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but every week it seems like you're more confident. You're playing tougher and tougher in the paint. You've really fallen into being a rim protector and blocking shots. Is that an accurate assessment?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite part of the game is blocking shots. I just feel like it lifts our team up so much, and it's just like a good shock. And yeah, my aggressive side, I guess, is just coming out.
Your team feels like the momentum is headed the right way. I know Kelly Walsh was frustrating to lose a close game like that, but the win over Natrona, the win tonight, do you feel like this team is trending in the right direction here when wins start to count the most? And do you feel like there's more wins ahead for Riverton?
Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely feel like we're headed in the right direction. I think we're peaking right now, right when we need to.
Tatum, talk to us a little bit about what does Coach Bose come to you before a game or maybe that week of practice and say, I need you to do these things in that role. Can you tell us maybe a little bit what he shared with you this week about what you needed to do to be successful tonight?
So he talked to us right before the game, and he was like, you definitely need to get it done on rebounding. He's like, that's what's the key to this game. And he was like, in your guys' defense and getting some shots up.
Nice.
Tatum, you got Green River on Saturday. We know Green River's been good. What are we expecting Saturday, and how do you attack a team that has been pretty good and got the better of you down there a month ago?
We're feeling pretty confident going into this game. It seems like Green River hasn't been playing their best on the road, but we're all really excited to play them, ready to come play.
All right, it's been a blast watching you all season long, and you fire me up down low, especially when you get those blocks, and you're so dominant rebounding the basketball. So congratulations on a great win, and we'll talk to you in a couple of days.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Absolutely. Tatum Tyra is our Health Source Chiropractic Girls Player of the Game. Again, the Lady Wolverines got it done earlier here in our doubleheader, 42-26. Meanwhile, we're at halftime of the boys' game with a tie score, 23-23. And Mark, the game felt like it favored Rock Springs. They were in the lead most of the way through, but here we are at halftime with a knotted up scoreboard.
Yeah, a little subtle adjustment I think Coach Sheets made was going to that 2-3 zone, and then they ended up going back man, but it seemed to kind of throw Rock Springs out of their rhythm. I think this team's similar to Natrona in the fact that I think you would live with them shooting three-pointers, right? Like, they're really, really good when they get in the paint. I mean, I think when you look at Taz Cortez, you look at Boston James, these guys want to live in the paint. Savon Thomas. When they get there, then that opens up those standing shot threes, which are a lot easier to make. One thing I would say that we got to continue to work on is finding a way to keep Purvis off the glass. He's a big body, and all five guys have got to find a way to rebound. I think if they do that, Riverton's got a great chance to win this basketball game.
I was distracted by it because I got Randy Tucker doing some hip-hop dancing behind you, which is nobody wants to see that.
I'm glad that's not on camera.
Nobody wants to see that. Jason Peterson is our camera guy sitting behind us, man in the camera here. Jason, we saw a fun girls win. That was exciting, and a good start to this boys game. Your thoughts on the basketball evening?
Yeah, it was a good girls game from the start. I thought they played really well, really hard, and so congratulations to Coach Bose and the girls. And the boys game, you know, they're coming out playing tough. I mean, they got down alone a little bit in the first quarter, but they battled back and, you know, brought it back to within a few points, start the second quarter, and then that final shot before the half tied it up. And so I think they're going to come out, play hard in the second half. I think they got momentum to come out in the second half, too.
I hope you're right. That Bo Anderson bucket there right before halftime, that was impressive. Got all the fans up off their feet and hopefully provided a little spark going into the locker room. It's fun to see. I know we don't get a lot of home games this year, but it's fun to see. And I don't know the different dance clubs. I know your daughter was participating in that. We had the RREC youth basketball scrimmage in the girls game. It is fun while we have these opportunities for community basketball here at the varsity level, that some of the youngsters, some of the dance team members get to show off their skills. Our recreation's done a great job the last couple of times, and we make these community events, but had a couple of dance performances you got to see on your screen there at halftime.
Yeah, it's Motion Bliss Dance Academy. Candace Apodaca does a great job. My daughter absolutely loves it. I don't know the first thing about dance, Jerrad. I've told my wife I'm more of a street dancer or a club dancer, but those days are probably gone.
I'm not a dancer at all, so you're better than I am there for sure. Thanks to our YouTube audience on the County 10 YouTube channel. Say hello to Hannah, who's shouting out Eric Smith. Eric always gets all the love on our YouTube page, so Hannah's back with us, giving a shout out to Eric there as well. At halftime, we're tied at 23s. And this has been the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming Halftime Show, presented by the Wyoming Department of Transportation. It's a simple and valuable message. Buckle your seatbelt every trip, every time. And you can always check Wyoming road and travel conditions through wyoroad.info online or by calling 511. We're back with the second half in a minute on Jack FM and County10.com.
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home. Buckle up for life, Wyoming!
Proud to cheer on Riverton High School swimming. We are County10.com.
Give a quick shout out to the swim team here as we're at halftime. They've got the last chance meet going on over at the Riverton Aquatic Center, with Lander also in town trying to get some more qualifiers for state. Jay Dayton, your 4A West Coach of the Year. They won regionals at Natrona. Absolutely tearing it up in the pool this year.
Yeah, awesome job. And we'd kind of talked about that on the previous broadcast. What a great season they were having. Congrats to Coach Dayton, Coach Lemley, their entire staff. They've done a great job.
Riverton wrestlers are also in action tonight. They're in Lander with the rivalry duel going on over there at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. 4A West Boys Wrestling Regional will be here next week, right in front of the 2A West basketball tournament. So you guys are busy.
It's called the Dog Days of AD January, February. The Dog Days.
Well, as a spectator, I love it. And you got to coordinate all the logistics. We're tied at 23 here. Second half of our doubleheader. It's boys basketball. Jerrad Anderson, Mark Lenhart with you. Jason Peterson manning the camera behind us on our YouTube channel. Glad to have you here as well. Rock Springs has the basketball first for a moment. They almost threw it into the student section. Bo Anderson saved it, but saved it to Antonio Cortez, who reloads for Rock Springs. So Tigers working on a long possession here to start the third quarter. Scooping up a shot, Savon Thomas has two.
On the very first part of that possession, all five Wolverines were in the paint when the ball got there. That's what needs to continue. Give up those shots to the perimeter. Make them make a few before you get out there.
Same starting five for the Wolverines. Jackson, Trieber, Anderson, Smith, and Sheets. Here comes Clay. Handoff left side to Trieber for three. And the Wolverines have their first lead of the game.
Great job by Clay going to his left, getting in the paint, drew the help, kicked to Trieber for the open three.
Gage with 7 points, having a really nice night again. James, left side behind the arc, now to Thomas. Thomas blocked on his way up, but he's fouled.
Thomas looks a little shaken up. See how that plays out. That could really impact this game. He's by far the most true point guard that they have on their roster.
Bo's first personal foul, first team foul on anybody here. And hoping for the best from Savon Thomas. Nice act of sportsmanship from Bo Anderson to come over and give him a high five. Those two were involved in the collision, and Savon going to be able to shake it off and head to the line to shoot his 2 free throws. First one is no good, bounces off to the left side. Second one also no good. Jackson's got the rebound. Riverton basketball with a 1-point lead. 6:35 to go, third quarter. Smith works it up the floor, uses screen at the top from Anderson. Now we'll back off the dribble again. Keep it on the dribble. Shovel off on the right side block to Bo. Bo, tough contested shot. Didn't get a clean release, and it didn't come close. Purvis has the ball for Rock Springs. Now James circles around at the top, pull up for a long two, front of the rim, no good. Jackson along the baseline hauls it in.
Good defensive assignment basketball by the Wolverines. Doing a good job of knowing who they're guarding, getting them off their spot, making them make jump shots.
Passing traffic taken away. Tiger basketball again, so we've slowed down a little bit here in the third quarter. Both teams feeling out the second half. There's a three that's off the mark from Powell, skimmed off. Jackson's got the rebound. So 26-25, Wolverines on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Smith spinning in the paint. He'll lose the handle, and James is there to grab it. Boston James has it poked away from behind. Good hustle play. Clay Sheets lets his teammates catch up defensively.
Substitution for Riverton, 5.
Good to see Dane Cox getting a little more playing time as the season rolls on. He kind of gives you that big body to be able to go against some of these teams like Natrona and Rock Springs. You know, when you go against Purvis, here he's coming out, but Tate is no small kid coming in. So see how Dane can do just playing his role.
Larson and Weber also on for the Wolverines. Thomas to send it in under into the left of the Rock Springs hoop, taking a long look at it, but finds Cortez up top. Cortez, left-hand dribble all the way across the floor. Now back to Thomas on the left wing. Powell at the top, hands back to Thomas, holds a fist in the air to call out the play. Some of the Wolverine student section razzing him, calling out plays too, right behind him. Cortez backs off the dribble as Rock Springs a little more slow and deliberate here in their half-court set.
The Wolverines have something to do with that. You'd notice they're not closing out wildly. They're playing way off, daring them to shoot.
James penetrates, loses the handle, but is able to get it to Thomas. Thomas has to go low to get it against this tough Wolverine attack, and a kicked ball will keep it Rock Springs ball out of bounds.
It would be crazy if you could show some highlights, you know, from the first quarter, from the first part of the game. Our closeouts were out of control. We're flying out. They're getting in the paint, doing a much better job staying in front of people to start this second half.
James to the free throw line. Good defense by Jackson. Larson comes over to help out. A reload to Thomas. Losing the handle, ball out of bounds. Cortez, and Coach Sheets is fired up off the bench, applauding his team's defensive effort.
Yeah, much more assignment basketball. This is good stuff. I like the way that they're playing them, daring them to make an outside shot.
Smith go right side to Jackson. He tries a corner three, buries it.
He's the guy who can get heated up from the outside. Keep looking to get him the basketball in that spot.
Garrett's got 8. Here's Teague Powell, the answer 3. That's good. Make it a 1-point game again as we trade 3-pointers all of a sudden. Teague's got 5 points, and Rock Springs wants a quick 30-second timeout.
You can kind of see which way this game's going, right? Like both teams are kind of locking in and daring people to shoot the ball from the outside. It's going to come down to who can find a way to knock down a couple threes. You know, I was going to bring this up, Jerrad. I didn't know if you've noticed. Did you happen to see Lawson Lovering, the Cheyenne Central graduate, play for the Memphis Grizzlies last night?
I did not.
Yeah, I think that's since James Johnson, I want to say in the last, I bet you probably 50 years, James Johnson and him are probably the only two Wyoming-born players to play in an NBA basketball game. Obviously, James has had a long career with several teams, but that was cool. You know, the 7-footer, and he went to CU, then went to Utah. And yeah, he signed a 10-day contract, and his first assignment is to guard Nikola Jokic. Probably not fair, but he did a pretty good job.
Tough assignment, but that's really cool. I got to cover a couple of games of his at state basketball in Casper, and looked forward to watching him at the time become was he a Buff first, or was he
a Buff, and then went to Utah?
Then went to Utah. Okay, gotcha. Ball out of bounds. Riverton loses the handle out of the timeout, and it'll go right back to Rock Springs. Thomas finds Tate, top of the key, dribble handoff to James. James off balance through the lane, got it to go. Athletic move to the bucket to create a shot for Boston.
Wolverines have done a great job on James, but that just goes to show, man, and one little mistake can lead to a basket by him.
Push foul on the floor will be tacked on to Rock Springs, their second team foul. He's one of those guys you can't stop him, you can just hope to contain him, sort of a thing.
50-49 the first time, right, Jerrad? Is that what it was?
51-50.
51-50. Yeah, it looks like we're heading to something pretty similar here.
Two teams battling, and who knows, maybe they'll find a way to match up again at regionals in Evanston here in a few weeks. But
third foul on Thomas, that's big.
Larson looking for Sheets. In the corner we go to Treber. Gage picks up the dribble, needs some help, finds Trenton Weber, who comes to the basketball. Weber sliding down the lane is blocked out of bounds. It stays Riverton basketball, but good defensive pressure by Rock Springs all over the floor.
Wolverines are really good at these out-of-bounds plays. They do a nice job with a little side and up screen to screen here.
Treber looking. Giving it a long look. Now he'll give a bounce pass to Weber. There is a nice inbound play. Trenton Weber open for his first bucket of the contest.
Seems like they get a lot of good looks out of those consistently, and it's just good coaching and good execution.
James holds at the top. Now attacking Larson. Spins and travels. Three new Riverton players coming back in. Gattenbein, Jackson, and Smith. Weber, Cox, and Larson will take a breather. 2:42 remaining third quarter. It's Riverton 31, Rock Springs 30 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Smith holds. Now Jackson stares at the basket at the top, backs off the dribble. Here's a screen from Gattenbein, hands off to Eric. Eric stops in the paint, that's shut off. He'll give it up top to Garrett. Garrett now takes it on the bounce, almost intercepted. Now it is by Boston James, just a clean steal by the junior. James attacking the basket, stops at the block, D'd up and partially blocked by Treber. Coach Spence animated. He wants a timeout, he wanted a foul, not going to get it. And Eric Smith quickly down the floor, lets a three fly at the top. That's no good. Long rebound goes out of bounds into the stands, back to the Tigers.
Working at a frenetic pace. It feels like every possession really matters as we come down the stretch here. Great job by the Wolverines, playing tough, playing physical. This one could go either way. I don't really even know what to say in terms of, who has the upper hand here.
Full timeout on the floor taken by Coach Sheets. Gives us a quick chance to thank Wyoming.com. You can check out their phone and internet services available on their website, Wyoming.com. That is a local company supporting local student athletes. Thanks to Wyoming.com, making Riverton basketball possible all season long. Jerrad Anderson here, joined again by Mark Lenhart. Great to have Coach Lenhart back with us, providing some great analysis on both sides. Really, you get to know these Rock Springs kids a little bit too. And Jason Peterson, as always, with us again, running the camera, doing a great job. And glad to have you with us on the County 10 YouTube channel and 105.1 Jack FM. Another nice turnout of Riverton students who are spirited and fired up. Like we said, not a lot of home games, so come out while you can. And you got another chance on Saturday with Riverton hosting Green River.
Yeah, you can always count on Hunter Salscaver and Paxton Yates to kind of lead the charge over there. Their wardrobe, though, I don't know where they find this stuff. I don't know. They must go thrift shopping before they come to the game, but I haven't seen a Hornets jersey like that for a long time.
The Hornets are on fire right now, too, winning 9 games in a row. Yep. There were some shorts over there that a couple of young men had on that would have made John Stockton blush. They were so short. So glad to see Hunter with a giant sign in front of him while we had the camera on him over there. 90 seconds remaining, third quarter, a 1-point Wolverine lead, but Rock Springs has the basketball. Cortez dribble shut off, hand back to Tate, now to Cortez and Thomas at the top of the key. Thomas trying to create some space, floater goes sky high and too far, no good. Schreiber the rebound, Gage quickly up the floor for Riverton, lose it off of his foot, and he'll handle it near the midcourt line to Sheets. Sheets is grabbed and fouled on the floor with 67 seconds to go. It's the second team foul. Riverton ball out of bounds.
Only the third foul called here in the third quarter, so these officials are most definitely letting them play because it's been plenty physical out there.
Returning for Riverton, 20, Anderson.
Bo Anderson back on for Riverton. That was Luke Tate's second personal. Entry pass comes to Garrett. Garrett trying to post up, make a move down low. Ball knocked out of bounds by his defender. Riverton will switch sides on the inbound and try it again. Schreiber slaps the basketball, sends him in motion to Smith. 3 right side, that's no good. Out of bounds this time off of the Wolverines.
That would have been big there. It feels right now if you can get a 4-score lead or a 4-point lead, it almost feels more like an 8-point lead in this low-scoring grinder that we see.
Savon Thomas, slow walk up the floor. Now go to Purvis. Purvis behind the arc, hands off to James. Left side, open 3. Cortez, he's got it. Rock Springs back in front. Antonio has 7 points. His first outside shot. Here's Jackson, the answer 3. That's good from Garrett.
Jackson in the corner again, right? That's where he's hit 3 of them.
Under 20 seconds remaining, third quarter. Rock Springs trying to take the lead back before we go into the fourth with the basketball. 10 seconds now. Thomas controls the dribble in the corner. Cortez underneath to Purvis. He's rejected by Schreiber. A fired up Gage Schreiber with a big block. Ball out of bounds with half a second. 0.5. The officials might check and see if there's some more time. Something going on at the score table at least. Now they're putting 1.5 on the clock.
That's a big difference here on an inbounds play. Look for just a little toss up to James.
James with the tip at the buzzer, no good, off the rim. And at the end of 3, it is Riverton barely in front, 34-33. Come on back for an exciting fourth quarter with us on 105.1 Jack FM and County 10's YouTube channel.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip.
to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming!
Wolverines on the County 10 YouTube page.
Jerrad Anderson, Mark Lenhart, Jason Peterson. We got a good one here from Wolverine Gym. 34-33 to start the fourth quarter. Clay Sheets, quick three, no good. Thought it hit the top of the backboard, but they'll play on. And a foul on the rebound. We'll give this basketball right back to Riverton.
Purvis goes down with a nice rebound, ends up getting a little bit of an elbow out. Bo drew the foul there. Big play.
Second personal on Purvis. Give it right back to the Wolverines. There's Anderson through the paint, double teamed, can't get a clean shot off, partially blocked, but hauls it back in. Now Bo open for three, left wing, front rim no good, tries to hustle down his own rebound, and it bounces off of a Rock Springs player, save to Riverton. Good hustle play by Bo, but he also got a little bit lucky.
I feel like tonight it feels like Riverton's winning more of those 50-50 balls than they have in these previous few games.
Smith sweeps the basketball right down the baseline, got it to go off the glass. Just the second made bucket for Eric, but it comes at a big time. 36-33 Wolverines. Cortez penetrates to the rim, got it to go. Nice drive from Antonio Cortez. Anderson. Dribble handoff to Treber. We've played a minute here in the fourth quarter, just a 1-point game. Treber trying to create a shot, can't get it to go. Jackson's got it, he leaves it short in the paint, and Boston James hauls it away for Rock Springs. James into the front court. Rock Springs sets up their offense. Man-to-man pressure from Riverton. Cortez, right side behind the arc, now to Purvis, posting up on Treber. They battle, and Treber is going to be called for a foul, so Purvis will go to the line with a chance to give the Tigers the lead back.
Good strong drop step there by Purvis. That's probably one that could have gone either way. Great job by the Wolverines on James. Tough cover for anybody, but they're throwing two bodies at him. They're doing everything they can to make somebody else beat them.
First free throw was good. That's the first point of the second half for Purvis. He had 6 in the first half. Cannot hit the second one. James battling for the rebound, though. Keeps it alive, goes right to the rim. 2 up and good. Boston James with a tough rebound.
Not a lot of guys making that play that you see. That's a pretty athletic move.
11 now for the Rock Springs leading scorer tonight and on the season. Smith with a little forearm shiver, and he's charged with the player control foul, his third. .6:13 remaining, fourth quarter. Rock Springs basketball in a 2-point lead. Jackson comes out, Gattenbein comes in, Peyton Larson to the check-in table. He'll go get Eric Smith.
That's a good strong move by Eric, right? Like you're going to get a few of those from time to time, and I don't think it was a bad call. I definitely think that he needs to stay aggressive, get a quick break here, and be ready to come back in for the home stretch.
I failed to mention that River White Plume still not available for the Wolverines. Went down a couple of games ago in the Natrona contest. Did not play against Kelly Walsh. Hoping for the best for River. Not got the official diagnosis, but leg injury, and I'll ask Coach Sheets about that. Purvis down low, pass through the paint. Now they go back to Cortez, right side. Left side, beg your pardon. Cortez spot up for a long 2 and knock it home. It's a 4-point Rock Springs lead.
Great job playing under control there by Taz.
Dane Cox holds it. Left side outside. Now Gattenbein fighting for some room down low. Give it to Larson. Larson runs to the angle. Back to Blake. Blake will lose the handle. And Brandon Gomez strip it away. Gomez up ahead to Cortez for 2. It is all Rock Springs here early on in the fourth quarter. They're on a 6-0 run right now. Sheets will pull up for 3. No good. Too strong. And Riverton's one and done quickly. Purvis muscles away the rebound. Leave it for Cortez. 4:45 to go. Yet a line change worth of Wolverines at the check-in table, ready to come in. Next dead ball.
Yeah, Coach Sheets has seen enough with this lineup. He's going to go back to his starters here.
Cortez runs at the top of the key, hands off to Boston James. James floater through the paint. 2 more for Rock Springs. Boston James with 13. And Coach Sheets wants a timeout. Rock Springs fans hit their feet.
You know, Rock Springs, like a lot of teams, but especially them, I've always felt they're a team that really rides on momentum. And when they get it going, it's tough to stop. I think when you look at that particular run that they had, it started down here on the offensive end by the Wolverines turning the ball over. Live ball turnovers kill you. What I mean by those are not travels or throwing it out of bounds. When you turn it over while the play is going on, it usually ends up in a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2 down here for easy baskets.
You may know this better than me, and I could have just made this up, but is there construction at Rock Springs High School? Are they getting a new facility or a new gym at any point in the future? Is that something that's being discussed?
So when I was there, they're actually they built like a satellite campus, and it looks like that eventually will be the new school over on the other side of town underneath White Mountain. It's really unique that the high school is in the old part of town. Middle school is more over in the new part of town. And I think it will be better for them to get closer so you can have that vertical movement between your programs.
That's a gym Jason and I have spent a lot of time in the last couple of years, rivaling Green River High School. We've been in Sweetwater County quite a bit.
It's a cool atmosphere, a lot like here.
It is, yeah. They do a great job down there in both of those rival gyms. 4:10 remaining fourth quarter. Wolverines now have some catching up to do, trailing by 8 after a flurry of Rock Springs points. Anderson trying to dig in with a 3, no good. And a rebound hauled out of there by Cortez. Nice job by Cortez to muscle it away and control the dribble through traffic. Thomas backs off the dribble. Purvis holds at the top to a cutting James through the baseline. He's stripped as he tries to go up, and it's taken away by Garrett Jackson. Wolverines with a stop.
I'd like to see Jackson get one of those looks from the corner again from 3 here.
Push foul as Treber bodied up by Purvis, I believe. That is on Purvis.
It's only 3.5 to go and down 8. It feels like it can't get much further away than this, right? Like, got to clamp down defensively and make your offensive possessions count.
Riverton just with 2 points this quarter, and Rock Springs is going to look for more. Interception by Cortez. Cortez handles it off the ground. Gives it to Thomas, back to Cortez. They'll kill a little bit more time. Cortez stop on the left block, and he is fouled with 3:12 to go.
Be interesting to see here if the Wolverines start gambling a little bit more here to try and find a way to get a steal, get out on a break, and get some easy points themselves. Also, who to foul on Rock Springs? Who's not shot the ball well from the foul line tonight?
Corner 3, Teague Powell, no good. Good hustle for the rebound. Clay Sheets, who breaks out of the pack with it. Sheets drop it off for Jackson. Jackson can't hit it, but he draws the contact. Big swat from his defender. Got more of Garrett than the ball, if he got the ball at all. Teague Powell picks up the foul, his second, and Garrett to the line.
Great job by Clay there. I mean, he makes that play, finds a way to get out on the 2-on-1 and drop it off to Jackson for the free throw opportunities.
First one for Garrett, in and out, no good. Second for Garrett is good. Trenton Weber will come back on for the Wolverines. 44-37. Rock Springs in front with 3 minutes and 3 seconds to play here. Time remaining in regulation.
Feels like this is a must stop here. Got to get a stop here at all costs.
Thomas to the elbow, keeps the dribble going, steps through the lane and gets it to go. Savon Thomas with a big bucket. Smith holds for Riverton in the corner to Weber. Trenton spinning, backing in on two defenders. Trying to muscle it away was Cortez, and Cortez commits a foul.
Rock Springs foul, 1.
That is the 4th team foul on Rock Springs. Riverton on the other side has 3 team fouls.
Sure, Coach Spence is talking about not fouling at this point. Don't put Riverton on the foul line where they can score with the clock stopped.
Quick three from Smith off the inbound, hits the side of the backboard, no good. In transition, Rock Springs, Thomas soars in, can't get it to go, but he draws the foul, and Savon Thomas will go to the charity stripe. He and Gage Treber exchange a couple of words. Savon with 6 points has not shot a free throw tonight.
To the line for Rock Springs, 2, Thomas. 2 shots.
Savon on the season a 53% free thrower. First is good. Double-digit lead here with 2.5 remaining. Second one, no good. Hard off the backboard. Garrett Jackson's got the Wolverine rebound. Riverton got to make these possessions count down the stretch here. Smith at the top. Right side outside to Garrett. Jackson waiting for a screen from Treber. Jackson falls to the floor, and Boston James tagged with the foul that will send Riverton to the line.
Probably not a foul James wants to make up 10, with 2 minutes to go when you foul a guy 25 feet from the basket. Good break for the Wolverines. Got to find a way to make him here to make it count.
First for Garrett is good. And his second drops home. Riverton will take a timeout with 2:14 remaining. 30-second timeout. 47-39, the Rock Springs advantage. We talked, unfortunately, with Coach Sheets a couple of times, who talked about being consistent through all 4 quarters and talking about lulls in quarters. Got to give credit to Rock Springs for this big flurry of points in the 4th quarter, but unfortunately, this is a lull from Riverton as well.
Yeah, no, I think that stretch there at about the 6-minute mark to about the 4-minute mark really kind of turned the tide of this game. One of the things Coach Sheets and his staff are probably talking about right now is who do we want to foul? What kind of full court pressure do we want to apply? And then what kind of plays do you want to run so then you don't have to slow up? You can just get right into them. Time is at a premium. The Wolverines aren't out of this. I don't think Rock Springs is a great free throw shooting team by any means. And I think that you got to try and find a way to be aggressive. And if you put them at the line, get the ball out and go. And look for Jackson. Kick and drive and get him some of those open corner threes.
Rock Springs 60% from the line coming into this as a team. Savon Thomas in backcourt. Riverton with a little pressure trying to trap, but Rock Springs handles nicely. Powell, right side behind the arc, leaves it for Thomas. Time certainly on Rock Springs' side. They would like to eat up as much as possible before attacking the basket or having Riverton Falia drop it off to Purvis underneath. Powell wisely pulls it out to Boston James, and they've taken almost 20 seconds off of this possession, down to 1:40. Now Cortez. Rock Springs has no intention of shooting here, it looks like.
This is when you got a good floor general like Savon Thomas, who started 3 years, and in this situation, that's invaluable.
Almost 40 seconds gone on this possession. Riverton not giving up the foul. Thomas. Now they're trying to foul Thomas, it looks like, to Teague Powell. Good spacing, good ball movement. We're all the way down to 1:10 remaining. Crowd getting a little antsy, and finally Clay Sheets will commit the foul on Savon Thomas.
It will be fun when we get the shot clock in here, and then people aren't ending games this way. I mean, when you're ahead, you obviously want to have the ability to do that, but I just feel like it's been a good game, and it kind of takes that out of it. I'm excited for it, to be honest with you.
I think so. We saw it at the Cheyenne tournament. They gave a little test run of it there. In that tournament, I only noticed it like 2 or 3 times. We never really got under 5 seconds very often. But yes, at the end of games like this, it will be interesting to keep an eye on. Savon Thomas, first free throw, no good, off to the left side.
Give credit to Rock Springs, though. I mean, they executed that about as good as you could. You know, you get 1 point out of it, and you run a minute off the clock.
Riverton basketball down by 9. You could have 3 possessions, but you got to go fast. Here's underneath Eric Smith. Cannot get the shot to go from the left side block. In and out there. Tracked down by Rock Springs. Tiger fans feeling pretty good about things right now as Cortez is fouled with 42 seconds to go.
In my opinion, the player of the game tonight, if I had to give one to either team, it would be Taz Cortez. I feel like he's kind of been the X factor out there. He's kind of the role guy who stepped up the most for either team, in my opinion.
And right as you mentioned that, Taz takes over the game high with 14 points. Boston James with 13. Cortez right now with 14 and another free throw, trying to put his team up by 11. Lets it go around the rim and out. No good. Rebound by Treber. Treber quickly into the Riverton front court. Hands off to Smith. Riverton got to go quick here as Treber down the lane. Bombed. Can't get it to go, but Gage will shoot 2 times now. But we're down to just 30 seconds remaining. And Riverton right now in danger of losing their 5th in a row.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to talk to Coach Sheets after the game. It's kind of a game of inches, right? Like, if we find a way to hit a 3, to go up 4, make a layup. You know, I mean, we missed a short layup to go up 3 or 4, and then you just have a couple turnovers, and it just switches things, and they took advantage of the mistakes the Wolverines made.
Second is good by Gage. He hits 1 of 2. And see if Riverton gives up a quick foul. They will. Just 5 seconds elapsed that time. And it is Savon Thomas who's going to go back to the line. Riverton led tonight by Garrett Jackson with 14 points. Nobody else in double figures. Gage Treber with 7. And we mentioned a couple of times Gage was energetic and contributed a lot defensively. Teague Powell limping off the floor, and unfortunately that young man looks like he's in a lot of pain as Tate will help him to the bench.
Yeah, you don't want to see your starters getting hurt at all at this point in the season.
First for Savon is good. Thomas now with 8 points. And his second is good. Rock Springs up by 11 here. And Riverton led by a point coming into this quarter, and it's been all Rock Springs in the 4th. Smith down the lane, finger roll, cannot get the short shot to go. Fight for it. Smith pulls it away down low. He'll draw a foul on the way up with just 8 seconds to go. Rock Springs going to pick up their 13th win of the season and improve to 13-4. And I mean, this is no disrespect to Rock Springs, but their wins don't look dramatic. They don't necessarily look threatening, but they keep finding ways to win most of their games, and that's what's most important as Eric gets the first one.
Well, Coach Spence has got these guys to buy in on the defensive end of the floor, and anytime you play good D, I mean, we looked at the NFL season all year long. The teams who played good defense always put themselves in a chance to win. It's no different in basketball. And you got to give them a lot of credit. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're a very senior-heavy team. These kids have played a lot of basketball. And Boston James is only a junior, but might as well be a senior. He's played so much since he was a freshman.
Student sections going back and forth a little bit here as they have some fun. Free throws with 4 seconds remaining. Cortez misses the first one, but Rock Springs going to get out of here with a hard-fought W. Second free throw good. 2 seconds. Shot blocked by Gabe Strieber at the buzzer. And we'll go final. Your score here from Wolverine Gym tonight, it's Rock Springs 52, Riverton 42. Riverton led by a point going into the fourth quarter, unfortunately outscored by 11 in the final 8 minutes of the ball game tonight. We'll chat with our player of the game. We'll chat with Coach Sheets in just a minute right here on 105.1 Jack FM and County10.com.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Hey, Fremont County, listen up! This is your game changer, Health Source of Riverton with Dr. Jonathan Fabian, the only certified chiropractic sports physician in the area. For a limited time, student athletes get a $10 new patient special. That includes a full initial evaluation, needed x-rays, and a doctor-prescribed pain relief session. Just mention this ad when you call. Stay in the game with expert care from Health Source of Riverton. Call 463-2770 and tell them you heard about the $10 student athlete special.
To recap today's game, this is the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. Here's the voice of Riverton Sports, Jerrad Anderson.
Welcome you back to Wolverine Gym. Hard-fought game, a lot of fun through 3 quarters. Unfortunately for Wolverine fans, Rock Springs pulls away at the end of this one, 52-42. It's time to select our Health Source Chiropractic Player of the Game. Visit them online, healthsourcechiro.com. They are Fremont County's only sports-certified chiropractor, and that there's a lot of great Wolverine efforts, but it was fairly a no-brainer tonight. Garrett Jackson with 14 points. Garrett, I know tough loss. Sorry to bring you up here after a tough loss, but I thought you were fantastic tonight. Overall, your thoughts on this ball game?
It was definitely a hard-fought battle. I think it's definitely a team we can compete with. We just got to close out, get over that hump.
You have fought hard, and you're coming up short in the last few games. Unfortunately, a little bit of a lull. What do you think this team needs to accomplish here over the next few games to get back on the right side of the scoreboard? Are there one or two little things, because you're so close in these battles that it's coming down to little things, it feels like? What do you think you need to accomplish to win these games?
I think the biggest thing is offensive rebounding. We're just letting the other team get way too many offensive putbacks. So I think if we can limit those, I think we'll be in a lot better place.
Garrett, you got it going with that corner 3 tonight.
Yeah.
And you've had a good season. I've seen consistently shooting the basketball. When you come into a game, do you kind of feel it some nights more than others, or how are you feeling tonight coming into this one?
Yeah, you could definitely feel it, and it's definitely a lot better to shoot on your own floor. So I think that helped a lot, but I just kind of shoot, I guess.
Just let it ride.
Yeah.
So.
I know that's your position to run the baseline and shoot those corner threes, but it feels like there are guys who like those corner shots better from up top. Is that you? Do you like those corners?
Yep, definitely. I like corner shots the best.
You bounce right back and play Green River on Saturday, so good to have another game, I assume, here soon, and another home game. What do you remember from the first time you saw the Wolves, and what can we expect Saturday?
They're really good shooters, so we definitely got to close out on them. I don't think they're as athletic of a team as these guys, but I think they're better shooters, so we just got to watch the three.
Yeah. Anytime you play Green River, right, Coach Ivy's going to have them prepared and ready to go. Is there anything in particular that, before this game, I thought you guys did a great job on Boston James. I mean, he's a great player. He's probably one of the best kids in the conference getting into the paint. Was that a point of emphasis this week in practice, kind of talking about him and what he liked to do?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We talked a lot about him. I think he's probably the best inside scorer in the state, so that was definitely our goal, was to keep him out of the paint. And I don't know how much he ended up with, but I think we did a pretty good job on him.
You guys did great.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Garrett, again, I'm sure there's more wins in your future, and we'll look forward to chatting in a happier moment, but you were fantastic tonight with those 14 points and a well-deserved player of the game. Thanks for coming up here. Thanks for chatting, Garrett.
Good job, Garrett.
Absolutely. Garrett Jackson is our Health Source Chiropractic Player of the Game. Again, thanks to Dr. Jonathan Fabian at Health Source Chiropractic. We've done a couple of podcasts together. You can listen to those on the County 10 podcast. And again, more information at healthsourcechiro.com. They've got a $10 new patient special for student athletes, by the way. They're proud to be the only sports certified chiropractic clinic in Fremont County. That's Health Source Chiropractic. Coach, another tough one here as we bring on Mark Lenhart again. We're awaiting Coach Bo Sheets here on the Bailey Tire Pros postgame show. Another tough one, and it feels like Riverton just so close in these games. There was that moment where the ball's ricocheting off of a couple of players, and he said, just feels like things are going the Wolverines' way tonight, and I felt the same way, but that was a tough fourth quarter to overcome.
Well, the first thing is you got to give the Wolverines a lot of credit. I mean, they're out there playing and competing as hard as they possibly can. I'm sure it's very frustrating, when you're on a little bit of a losing skid. And like I said, it's a game of inches, and I want to ask Coach Sheets about this, but I think of one play in particular. We're up one, and Eric makes a great shot. It rattles in and out. We're up maybe one or two, and Garrett has a layup, and we just played great all night, just missed that layup. And you're like, could they get it to a 4 or 5 point lead and then make them have to panic? They never really had to panic all night, right? They were always kind of right there. And then when they make a run, and they make a run late, it's really tough to come back from, especially with no shot clock. And their ability with their veteran point guard and Savon Thomas to kind of milk the clock and put themselves at the foul line. That was impressive. And like I said, I think that's probably part of the reason Rock Springs is winning a lot of these close games is, point guards with experience at the end of games in tight conference games, they're invaluable. Like, you have to have one. It's even more important than a big man, to be honest with you.
Got one girls 4A score. The only other 4A games going on tonight was Green River is at Evanston. Green River ladies survived what looked like a tough game, winning 54-48. Their boys game should be wrapping up pretty soon, but most of the 4A schedule coming at you tomorrow, and you've got, of course, Riverton back in action on Saturday, hosting the Green River Wolves. Jackson's at Natrona tomorrow. Kelly Walsh hosts Star Valley. Thunder Basin goes to Cheyenne East. Campbell County is at Laramie, and Sheridan goes to Cheyenne South. Riverton falling 52-42 here tonight after a hard-fought ball game. And unfortunately, a tough fourth quarter for the Wolverines. Head coach Bo Sheets joining us now. And Coach, again, a really fun game. I thought through those three quarters, a little bit of a slow start. And unfortunately, fourth quarter, Rock Springs piled it on a little bit. Your thoughts on this one, Coach?
No, you hit the nail on the head. Slow start, slow finish. Doesn't make for good games. I did like how the boys competed in the middle, the second and third quarter to come. We again, very frustrated with how we defended early in the game. It felt like we were just kind of going through the motions, letting them have whatever they wanted, giving up offensive rebounds. And then we came alive. And so we've got to do a better job of starting off kind of with that intensity and finishing with that intensity. That's the hard part is they went on a run there. We kind of had a little lineup change there, and they went on a run. and that's kind of where it stayed. But you can't score one basket in the fourth and hope to win a 4A game.
I know they've got a lot of weapons and they've got a lot of senior leadership. I thought you did a good job defensively on Boston James. You held him well below his average tonight. It's got to be tough, though, when he's got so many complementary pieces around him.
They're athletic. They're a tough team just with their sheer athleticism because they're big, they're quick, they rebound well. We want to be able – it's hard to stay in front of them. So if you can't stay in front of them, it makes for a tough game. And they did hit a couple threes, but I think they were 3 of 11 or 3 of 12. So we kind of held them from 3 where we wanted to, but we just didn't do a good enough job staying in front of them and kind of giving up some easy buckets that we had some that if you make 1 or 2 of those around the basket, maybe it's a little different. But that stretch in the fourth where the whole fourth is the stretch I'm talking about, I guess, is where they scored 19-8. We had 1 basket. Again, it's going to be tough to end a game like that.
Coach, I thought that you guys did a great job. One subtle adjustment maybe people didn't see. You went to that 2-3 zone, and I felt like that kind of – you had your help defender there where if they were able to get by you. And then I thought you guys really settled down and did a good job of kind of understanding who you're guarding and playing off.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of positives tonight, especially on the defensive end of guys staying in front. There were some good possessions. Can you speak to – did you feel like – God, there was one time where Eric had an open 3 and you're up 1. He hits that, you go up 4. It feels like a 10-point lead in this game. Garrett, who played a great game, misses a layup. Did you – I looked down and I saw you kind of like, because I felt like did you feel that? Like those would have been big momentum shifts?
Yeah, those are great looks from our guys. That's all you can ask for is to get good looks by your best players, and we had those. And so kind of looking back, I thought we subbed enough that they shouldn't have been too tired. I thought we took timeouts enough that they shouldn't have been too tired. And again, good looks, we just didn't knock them down. All of our guys had some good looks there, and unfortunately, they didn't drop, and for them, they did.
Yep. No, Coach, you're close. It's a play here or play there that would shift the momentum of these last 2 ball games here at home.
Well, and Rock Springs is ranked number 2 in the state for a while early for a reason. They're very athletic. They pose matchup problems. That they're not the best shooting team, in the state, but they don't take a lot of threes either. So they like to attack. They get downhill. They get their best player the ball, and then they got one of the best big men in the state. Just because we don't see a lot of true big men anymore. There's not a lot of 6'8" guys walking around that just play true dominant post play, and so playing those guys, they pose a lot of athleticism kind of mismatches for a lot of the teams on our side.
You're without River Whitebloom again. Does that change your game plan at all? I know he was such a nice piece for you to have, was in that starting role a little bit. How does your game plan change without River?
Well, you can't replace a kid like River. It's tough to lose, just his he can stretch the floor and shoot threes. He can finish. He's that rim protector that he's up there in the top in our side of the state in blocks. And so obviously it's tough to lose a kid like that, especially the seniors. So I don't know if you saw, but the wristbands tonight, the boys had Rio on it, which is, River. And so they were missing their brother out there. But I thought the other guys did a good job stepping in. Our JV guys have played really well and, getting more time for us. And unfortunately, we aren't going to have River, at least in the near future. We're hoping he gets back soon, but he's a tough one to miss out there.
Definitely. All right, Coach, we'll chat again Saturday. Look forward to that, but thanks as always for coming up.
Thanks, guys.
Coach Sheets joining us here on the Bailey Tire Pros post-game show. Riverton falling to Rock Springs in the boys contest, 52-42. Garrett Jackson joined us just a little bit ago. He was our Health Source Chiropractic player of the game. Riverton girls picking up a victory in part 1 of our doubleheader. They had an impressive win, winning 42-26 over Rock Springs. Had 2 in double figures there. Carson Vosika had 12. Taylin Leesburg had 11. I picked Tatum Tyra as our Health Source Chiropractic player of the game, and she was great tonight, but I think season long she's been a fun story to keep an eye on. She continues to get better, and she was huge on the glass and had a couple of blocks tonight. Definitely double digits when it came to rebounds. Coach Bosner said 13 or 14. I don't know if that's official or not, but it was pretty darn close to that. Jason Peterson doing a great job running the camera. Jason, tough boys game, great girls game. Any final thoughts here tonight from Wolverine Gym?
Well, first of all, it's always good to have Coach Len Hart joining us and everything. It's always a fun time. So
thank you.
But yeah, I mean, the girls game, like I said before, the girls game was awesome. They came out, played hard, and, give it their all and come out with the victory tonight. And the boys, like Coach Sheet said, they had a good second, third quarter, first quarter kind of back and forth, and then the fourth quarter, Rock Springs boys just poured on the steam and just kind of never looked back from that point, and just kind of was a little bit too much for the boys to overcome. So, but overall, I thought they played pretty good. It was a good game, and see what happens, when they play Green River Saturday.
You don't have to go back to Gillette and then back down here or anything crazy, do you?
No, I'm here for the
drive to South Dakota or anything crazy. Okay, all right. I'm glad you actually might get a day off.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do with yourself with a day off. All right, Jason. Thanks as always for doing a great job, and Coach, thanks for coming back again. Always enjoy having you.
You bet. I'll be here on Saturday, and let's find a way to get a win in this gym.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do that. It'll be another tough opponent for Riverton with Green River coming to town, but we'll be back on, I believe that's a 6 o'clock girls tip-off, so about 5:45 or so for our Porter's Tailgate show. But come up and watch the underclass games if you're able to. Come cheer on the varsity teams tomorrow, Saturday night. I should say it's a great way to spend a Saturday night indoors with a lot of community fun, so come cheer them on. For Jason Peterson, for Mark Lenhart, I'm Jerrad Anderson. Again, the Riverton boys fall to Rock Springs 52-42. Riverton girls with the victory earlier today, 42-26. We'll send you back to 105.1 Jack FM.